What's going on, everyone? Welcome into another Forward Progress live watch along presented by FanDuel. What a start to the playoffs. Rams Panthers. I'll talk about it a bunch tonight. We have guests coming on. First quarter, Andy Molitor. Second quarter, Iain MacMillan. Fourth quarter tonight, Judah Fortgang. Alex Moretto in the background may pop in and out as well over the course of the stream. But I'm just going to get into the plays. And I promise you we'll talk about that game because that was one of the better football games we've seen in a really long time, coming down to the wire like that. Unfortunately, J.C. Horn injured for the Panthers. I think that might have cost them the game because they played a lot of soft zone on that final drive. Anyways, let's get right into it. Packers and Bears. Just a recap from the pizza buffet this morning in case anyone didn't watch. I don't have a position on the side in this game. You will see me rooting for the over. Was actually able to get some 44 today. Also play a little bit of 44.5. From a weather perspective, you might have seen the shots of it snowing pregame. Does look like that's going to let up, at least at the start of the game, or won't go too far into the game. But maybe a little bit of slippery footing. The wind doesn't seem that bad. Ultimately, I'm going to be rooting for points in this game. Let's start on the Green Bay side of things when it comes to props. This morning on Pizza Buffet, I gave the Emmanuel Wilson under rushing yards. That's moved 1 yard. That's enough for me not to play it anymore. But I want to get creative with the way that we play this here. And I talked about how I would potentially be looking at some Josh Jacobs over. So the thing with Matt LaFleur is in big games, he tends to ride his guy, his workhorses. And I just don't see a big snap share for Wilson tonight. I do see a big snap share for Josh Jacobs. The problem is that in the rushing yardage market, he's just like pretty highly priced. I mean, we're looking at low 80s at some books, high 70s at FanDuel. I prefer to go to the receptions market. Now, listen, you might not be comfortable laying the amount of juice on receptions that I'm comfortable laying. This has been bet up a lot today. I still don't think it's been bet up enough. I played and will play some 1.5 receptions over at minus 166. If you don't like juice or anything like that, you can just go to the receiving yards market instead. I personally like that a little bit less at 13.5, but it's a good number at FanDuel. So I'm looking for Josh Jacobs over in the receiving game. That's where I don't think he's been necessarily adjusted up enough, especially with some bad footing early on. I think you might see some screens out of the gate in this game. So we're going to go with that. Most of the stuff today is just going to be a half unit. Playoff lines, pretty tight. Limits went up. Props got posted earlier in the week. You had so many service releases, but that's where I'm starting with Josh Jacobs. On the Bears side, I gave out Rome Odunze under receptions on the pizza buffet this morning. That was at minus 112. It's now minus 124. Listen, technically, that's playable. I just don't love it at that price. There's some minus 111 still in market on Odunze under receptions. So I would take a look at that. But in keeping with the theme of this morning, I do like Cole Kmet in the receiving game. You can choose how you want to play him here as well. I prefer the receptions market to receiving yards, but I like Cole Kmet over 1.5 receptions. You would have got plus money this morning. I'm fine with minus 102. Totally acceptable for me. Kmet is, I'm not convinced Rome Odunze's snap share is going to be super high today, working back from injury. I think he'll be a rotational player, but since he's been out and on the sidelines, there's been a ton of two tight end stuff for the Bears, as there has been for a lot of the season. Kmet, to me, is slightly underpriced in this game. So over 1.5 receptions at minus 102. Again, all half plays, half units that I'm going to give out here. That's going to be it for the majority of the pregame props. Obviously, we'll look to get some stuff in-game as well. Like I said, markets are tight. It's pretty tough to find some edges here. Touchdown scores. I posted the numbers in the Discord earlier. Some of the stuff has moved. I'm going to talk it through in real time. No need to just go chase bad numbers as it stands on the board right now. Of course, discord.gg/hammer if you want to get those fair values in real time. So let's start on the Packers side of things. For those who listened this morning, Matthew Golden, plus 700. He's still available plus 650 at FanDuel. Looking across the market, that's the best price. My fair value on Matthew Golden is plus 537. I think that there's decent value on him in this game. So the one thing with Golden, he's a clear number 4 behind Dobbs, Watson, Reed. Dontavian Wicks is out. Still pretty likely to get, I think, as a floor, 30% snaps in this game. I think he has the upside of potentially 50% as well. So Matthew Golden is one look. At FanDuel, Josh Wiley is plus 700. I would not bet that at plus 700, but there are some plus 800s in market right now. And I like Josh Wiley, Packers tight end, at that price. It's got to be the 8-1. Don't chase anything worse. Maybe plus 750 is fine as well. My fair value is plus 712. Played a lot of snaps in week 18, so some people are concerned that this is going to be the Musgrave show today. I'm not entirely convinced that this isn't going to be closer to 50-50 between Wiley and Musgrave. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm reading tea leaves, but that's where I'm at for anytime touchdowns on the Green Bay side. Now, on the Chicago side, I'm not going to officially give anything out. FanDuel does have two things that I consider very, 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 very slightly plus EV, and it's both of the running backs. DeAndre Swift is plus 160 at FanDuel right now. Actually, it looks like Kyle Monangai just got bet down significantly, so we're going to abort that one. If you're looking for action, last minute, you want a Bears person to cheer for, I think plus 160 on Swift is okay. I make him plus 155. Not a lot of margin there. I kind of like Kyle Monangai as well, but he's just taking money as it stands right now. So not going to go with anything from that point of view. So Josh Wiley, not going to count officially for record. Price at FanDuel is not good enough for me, but Matthew Golden, really good price at FanDuel. You want to bet that at plus 650. SGP time for tonight. Typically, I like to start building this around some sort of alternate option, and I'm going to start building it with the alternate over in this game. So we're going to go over 53.5 alternate points. I'm just giving you the structure, the skeleton, how I would play it. This is a bet that I've made myself. If you want to play around with it a little bit, you're free to do so. But I like over 53.5. Now, I was going to actually put Josh Jacobs under rushing yards as part of this, but even though they're not highly correlated, I didn't think the payout was good enough. So I've actually pivoted, and I'm going to play this with Josh Jacobs 20 plus receiving yards. Same thing, lots of snaps. The rushing yardage numbers have been bet up drastically. The receiving ones, not so much. So I'm going to look for alternate 20 plus on Josh Jacobs receiving yards. And I'm going to go to DJ Moore, 50 plus receiving yards as well. Not a big DJ Moore guy necessarily, but again, this is just based off of my thoughts that Odunze potentially gets less snaps than I guess the average person might think he's going to get today. 17-1 at FanDuel, alternate over, DJ Moore 50 plus, Josh Jacobs 20 plus. None of these are super insane, in my opinion, in terms of outcomes. So that's what we're going to go for SGP. So just to recap here, recap from Pizza Buffet this morning. Again, I'm not saying chasing. I'm just giving you the context because you're going to watch me rooting for stuff in game. I have Emmanuel Wilson under 15.5 rushing yards. Rome Odunze under 2.5 receptions. From the stream tonight, we're going Josh Jacobs over 1.5 receptions. If you're not comfortable with the juice, don't play it at that juice. Receiving yards is a fine alternative. I just prefer the receptions market. Cole Kmet, over 1.5 receptions, minus 102. If you want to go a little bit harder on Cole Kmet, the receiving yards is fine as well. 12.5, minus 112. Touchdown markets, you'll see me cheering for Josh Wiley and Matthew Golden on the Packers. If you're looking for something on the Bears side, I think DeAndre Swift is the guy offering the best value in market. All right. Now, hopefully everyone was able to get that. If you've got any questions, drop them in the chat. Totally fine to answer some stuff before the game. We're going to be joined momentarily by Andy Molitor. It's going to be hopefully a good game tonight, because that Rams-Panthers game was something else. And it really felt early on like the Rams were just going to obliterate the Panthers. And I was not super happy with that. I wanted to see an entertaining game. I don't know if it was Matthew Stafford hurting his hand. I don't want to necessarily use it as an excuse. He wasn't getting treatment on the sideline for the majority of the game. I don't know. But he started really well. And then over time, he fell off. And I mentioned it off the top. The Panthers have been pretty consistent with the way that they deploy their defense. They play a lot of zone coverage. They don't blitz a lot. And they just completely flipped on a dime today. And I wonder if that just caught the Rams off guard. Because when one team does a lot of one thing and you're game planning for it, all of a sudden you start getting different looks. Might be a little bit hard to adapt. We did see some stuff work in the Panthers' favor. Obviously, Puka Nacua dropped a wide open touchdown down the sideline. There was a few drops here or there, but it seemed hard for the Rams offense. It really did seem hard for them at one point in the game. P. Mert says, insane not to kick that field goal late second quarter. You know, I don't think it was. I know what the general feeling was like you get points, you put it on the board, you make it 2 touchdowns, you're going to get the ball out of the half. I get that. In theory, I think the Rams had such an advantage over the Panthers defense. I don't mind being aggressive there and just like trying to end the game essentially before half. I see the argument the other way. I do. It's not like I think it's like clear cut by any stretch of the imagination, but I thought that was okay. Like I wasn't scratching my head in real time. Also, like it was pretty windy. I know that the Rams kicker had no issues with field goals, but your field goal percentages tend to come down in those types of spots as well. Yeah, I'm not going to get into like the momentum switch stuff. Again, if you're a big believer in momentum switching, you probably could be a billionaire off of live betting at this point, because I can tell you, having put together some algorithms for live lines before in my life, that's not something that's typically going to be accounted for. So again, agree to disagree, but live markets are there if you're betting on momentum switching in a game. I will say one thing that I thought was terrible down the stretch that maybe won't get talked about too much was Dave Canales on the last drive of the game for the Rams. Use your timeouts, man. Like there's no reason they should be getting the ball back with 38 seconds left in that type of situation. I mean, you'd much rather have much more time left on the clock and 1 or 2 timeouts when you need to drive for a field goal, maybe even 0, than having 3 timeouts with 38 seconds left. It just didn't make any sense to me. I'm not a big Dave Canales guy. I'm really not. I like hiring offensive-minded coaches and stuff like that. I find sometimes he's just very perplexing with the way that he manages the games. But that's it. Start time's been pushed back slightly, so I think we're looking at kickoff in about 5 minutes here. And you know what? I'm not gonna make our guest wait. I mean, you know him from Forward Progress live watch-alongs in the past. You know, part of a very dynamic duo with the whale capper, Drew Dinsick. And of course, he once went ziplining and showed off what appeared to be a gigantic testicular region. Andy Molitor, live from what looks like a Circa hotel room there, Andy Molitor?
Yeah, Drew is like, just do it from the sportsbook. It is insanely loud down here, Drew. It's not going to work. I'm already working with inferior tech because I'm on the road. Like, yeah, I'll just go on my phone and see what happens. They'll just kick me out. It'll be like the time George was on. And just, can you see me? I'm in my easy chair.
You know, Drew, as someone who's like working for NBC Sports and he should know, of all people, the importance of the quality of the broadcast. You can't do it from the sports book. Are you joking me? You know how loud it must be down there? I assume it was like Panthers Nation in the sports book, I would guess.
I was surprised too. I thought there'd be more dogs, but it was a lot of Rams fans, a lot of Rams bettors, and it's looking. It looks like the real hardcores are here for the night game. Like people were getting, the private booths and tables are all full of Bears and Packers jerseys. Pretty good split too. I thought it'd be heavy Chicago with those D-gens down there, but Wisconsin showed up, man. Fuck, they were here this morning cheering on Wisconsin, Michigan. I got in at like 9 just because that's when I got in, I guess. And what am I going to do? I'm not going to go hang out in the room by myself. I'm going to sit and watch college basketball, I guess. 9 West Coast time. You can start drinking then. That's fine.
I found myself watching all sorts of shit in that sportsbook before that I never even knew existed. That's just the way it is when you're in Vegas. But it's good to know that Flupp is a liar. I mean, people have accused him of that in the past, but he is in a group chat with myself and Dr. Eric Eager, VP of Analytics of the Carolina Panthers, and he said that the sportsbook is very pro Panthers. So he's blowing some smoke up Eager's ass. I'm glad you came in and Andy here and you set the record straight, man.
You're never gonna have somebody score and nobody cheers. Like there was definitely some Panthers money, but Drew has Rams futures. I had Rams team total over. I had the full game over. I went back for more in the second half. So we were just, hey, let's just score, guys. Let's just. I thought I'd be smart. The team total was like 29.5, 28.5. They lost the toss. It always drops for reasons unknown. Like they're not going to get the same amount of possessions because of that. And I got a 27.5, minus 20, and pretty happy with that. So as we were sitting on 27, knowing they're not kicking a field goal, my God. But then Carolina's giving up 8 yards of like, we'll just give you anything you want underneath.
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know if you notice when you're in the book, it can be like very distracting with the amount of things that are going on. But J.C. Horn got hurt towards the end of that game, and it felt like for a lot of the game they were letting their corners play man on the outside, and they were winning. I mean, the Panthers did a pretty good job in coverage. Felt like as soon as he went out, the Panthers started to play a little bit softer. It's like they were just scared to put the next man up on the outside. And I understand why, for obvious reasons, but it just felt it was so hard for the Rams for a lot of the second half. And then that drive to take the lead, it was just like vintage, easy down the field.
I don't know if you caught it did they mention in the broadcast that Stafford had hit his hand?
You know what? I don't recall that they did. I can't. I will say, at least good on Greg Olsen I like Greg Olsen. I'm very biased. He at least said, listen, we can't necessarily use this as an excuse for him. I mean, down on the sideline, there's no one working on his hand at any point. It's like he hit it, but not too much. I don't know. It's just a crazy game. It kind of reminds me
in the chat, the pass breakup, the Puka pass breakup was kind of big.
Stafford, I don't know.
He dropped a big one.
Maybe a little too many rum and eggnogs around the holidays for Stafford. I don't know what the hell that was, but that was a game, man. Really, really, really entertaining stuff. And listen, no disrespect to Eager. I'm kind of happy it worked out the way it did, where probably sets up some better matchups next week with the Rams involved versus another Panthers game. But we got the entertainment value at least.
I said that to Drew, and he was sweating, Rams futures, so he wasn't in a happy place for parts of that game, but it ended up in the right way. So he was happy, and we got a banger of a game. And I said, just 5 more of those. Give me 5 more of those, because there's a few of these games I'm probably not betting at all unless I have a few props, and they better be entertaining. Nothing worse than having no action, and the game is just a slog. So
exactly.
We got the snow game tonight. We got the return of William Johnson.
We saw the snow pregame, but apparently it's not going to snow during the game. That's what I'm hearing. We'll see when it goes live. It's a really good point you make. I think it was back. I could be wrong on the year. It was either 2018 or 2019. I was in Vegas in mid-January for a bachelor party. I had $0 on a game between the Steelers and the Jags and got to watch that in a sports book. I think it ended up being 45-42. Blake Bortles had the game of a life.
Yeah.
It was so good, man. It was back and forth. The sportsbook was very split. That was one of the few times, sadly, that I've enjoyed sports without having money on it in the last decade, which is sad.
Yeah, last Sunday, first off, Pittsburgh people are degens to begin with. Like that's just in their blood. But like the Sunday night game at the sportsbook last week too was just electric because it was pretty. It wasn't evenly split. It was still more Steelers fans, but there was plenty of Ravens money / fans, and I mean that was just such a back and forth affair. Those are the best, the back and forth ones in the sportsbook. People living and dying.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
I love those. All right, we're going to bring Andy back in 1 second here, but we are going live in just a second for this actual game. And of course, you can all call your own plays during the NFL playoffs with FanDuel, because when you get into playoff mode on FanDuel, you get to choose your reward, which I actually think is pretty cool. Each round of the NFL playoffs, all FanDuel customers can choose between a no bet sweat or a profit boost. Big time games, they call for big time choices. So head over to FanDuel.com/forward-progress. Again, you get to choose your reward, whether that's a profit boost or a no bet sweat. It's up to you. It's one of the many reasons that FanDuel is the best way to game day. It's FanDuel.com/forward-progress. Choose your reward any round of the playoffs. Start your run today on America's #1 sportsbook. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL playoffs. All right. It's nice room you're in there. I'd like to get your thoughts about that little ceremony. I saw some, Flup messaged me and he's like, hey, you going out for the ceremony? I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. So first and foremost, did you cashed in millions or did you cash? Okay.
T16 for a cool 30K. So that was nice.
Beauty.
It's nice to have a sweat down the stretch. It was fun to sweat it out last week in the sportsbook. Somebody had reached out and they were nervous about trying to figure out the hedging. And they'd heard on the podcast that I was going to try to build something out. And he's like, hey, can you help me? And I ended up hanging out with him quite a bit. He cashed for 70, which was nice. He finished a little ahead of me. And I met the guy who won the booby prize, which if you go look at the stats, that guy's, for anyone that doesn't know millions, like 60 is a hell of a score. They scored 64 or something in reverse.
Yeah.
Like, obscene. Obscenely bad / good because they won $100,000, which is pretty amazing. So I met some cool people last week.
There's a guy that I always see at Bet Bash, who I always forget his name. I'm pretty sure it's Mike Montesanto, something like that, who won the booby prize years ago as well. And like, it's incredible. It's truly incredible how bad the record has to be. But congratulations on your wins, Andy. It's a lot more respectable than my T85 for a cool 2100, my T103 for a cool 0.
You get a quarterly.
I got a quarterly, a nice, solid $900 chop. Rob, the worst thing about building a spreadsheet that tracks everybody's plays in the contest is that I can flip the one game I lost last week, and it was at the Falcons giving up a late touchdown to the Saints. $100,000 in my pocket. Oof. I didn't
cash a Saints ticket. I was doing a little hedging here and there, especially live. Would have been a lot cooler if the Cardinals would have kept it within 14.
Yep.
That would have been a pretty nice middle, but such is life. It's fun to cash. I didn't make it out to the thing. I had family obligations yesterday. I wanted to. I'd have felt like shit if I said, hey, I got to go get drunk one more day after going to Vegas last weekend. Sorry, honey. And, and Cats in the Cradle starts playing, and I miss my kids' events. But it was great to get out here today. And Benson hooked us up.
Yeah, Benson's
best in the business. We got some recliners, front row.
Beauty.
Love it.
Beauty. After this second down play, I'll count down the play clock on my end so we can see. So first of all, listeners know where we're at. So I saw the second down completion there, which was DJ Moore for 6 yards. So yeah, we're gonna have third down here. I never know with the prime games where I'm at relative to the US audience. I think I'm usually a little bit behind on these prime games, but thankfully I got the headset in, and Al Michaels is not going to rattle me tonight, Andy, because my God, man, some of these games, he's really rattling me to my core these days.
I'm watching. What about the fact that he's coming back? I thought he was it was like sailing to the end. I just got to get through the end of the year here. Like, the fact that he's coming back is wild to me. He doesn't seem like he cares at all. He can't see anything. He's like,
I know. At some point, someone's got to I know what he's done for his career. I love Al Michaels. I don't want to make it sound like I'm But at some point, someone's got to step in and be like, it's the prerequisite of doing play-by-play is knowing what's happening on the field. That's the prerequisite.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
Yeah, when there's a ball that's close out of bounds or a kick, he has no idea what's happening.
Yeah. Play clock at 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and a snap on first down for the Bears. Am I ahead, behind you, Andy?
I can't even find the game.
Oh, beautiful.
I've been watching.
You're in your hotel room because it's on Prime.
I'm looking for it. I had it on. I think I got it now.
Okay.
I might have to go down to the sports book. I might have to pull up if I can pull crack streams up on this TV.
I can't even find the game. Nothing like a
I
live
was watching the other game or the end of the post game or whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, I would really like the Bears drive not to stall out right here on this 3rd and 8.
I didn't even ask what's your action here.
Over.
Yeah. At what price? Because it bounced a lot today.
Yeah. So as soon as the 44s started popping, Frank White messaged me to alert me and got down a bit on that. And then I played some 44.5 as well. Yeah. I maybe forced that a little bit. 44, I definitely didn't force. I like that one. Love this play. Love this play. Love that for a first 3rd and 8, little wide receiver screen. Great blocking on the outside. Whew.
No,
Andy, by the way,
we were watching, the live lines up above us too, but then we were kind of keeping an eye on that Bears game, and a few hours ago it started to pop up, and we just assumed somebody knew something more about the weather than us. Turned it to TSN. It's funny, dude. Here's a follow-up to what's your action. What's your action in Ottawa, Florida? Panthers Sens.
I'm not the hockey guy anymore. Moreto's the new hockey guy. Andy, I'll tell you the honest to God truth. I had a phone call with another pro bettor yesterday where they're like, "Oh, what's going on?" I'm like, I always meaning to get hockey. Usually I get hockey fired up in early November.
Sure.
But I kept winning. And I'm not trying to, I kept winning in the NFL where I'm like, I don't think I really want to mess with the formula that's working right now. And I was just like waiting for the big catastrophic week where I'm like, okay, now it never came. I never had a terrible week all season long. I had an absurdly good season. So like now I just don't even have any, what is this trick play? Is he going to throw it? Wow, they were trying to throw a ball with Cole Kmet. Didn't throw it. What I want to say to you, Andy, is if this is paining you to not be able to watch the game in real time, go enjoy it in the sports.
Oh, no, I'm good now. Now.
Okay.
You know what? I had somebody kept goading me to bet college basketball again.
Yep.
And I kind of had I had a skeleton of a model / whatever put together. And I said, you know what? I am going to sit down. I'm just going to take a whole Friday. I'm going to really, turn the phone off, zone in on this, try to get something put together. And then, everything takes longer than you think it's going to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it was kind of the same deal. Like that's when I started to get hot in the NFL right after Thanksgiving, where we just went on a tear. Obviously you have to, if you want to cash anything in Circa, you have to be just running stupid hot.
Exactly. You got to have like a period where you get really like scorching.
Yeah. Like, and you got to have all the games that like I had the Bears against the Packers with the onside kick. Like I'd bet that, I'd pick that. I didn't have them in the contest, but I had, the Seahawks versus the Rams in the game that they came back. Like everything I touched just turned to gold. So like, do you really want to sit and take time on some other sport at that point? Or you just want to, maybe I just keep focusing on the NFL this time.
Yeah.
Not in the cuck chair. Not in the
Chicago
cuck chair.
Getting a little trick. No, there is always a cuck chair in the Circa rooms, but there's usually a magazine next to it as well. Just in case you want to read a magazine while the cucking is happening as well.
I got the 2 beds. So I got the sleeping bed and the fun bed. Like jumping on it and stuff.
I lay out my clothes on one of the 2 beds usually because I don't need a king by myself. Queen is more than enough for myself.
Well, and when I showed up, I'm just like, I don't care how many beds. I don't care how it faces. I just want somewhere to throw my bag. Give me a room. And they were more than happy to oblige.
Got to tell you, Not a super big fan of the old 2nd and 14 run up the middle. Not at all.
2nd and long runs probably add more gray hair to me than, even turnovers. Turnovers, refs, bad bounces, that stuff just happens. Long, 2nd and long runs, that's somebody made that choice.
I like that it adds gray hair to you, though, because I just lose my hair on those. I would prefer yours. The top of my hair is very thin.
No,
it's not too bad.
You're fine.
Let's go. Wow, first down. All right.
There we go.
That was so DJ Moore. Played some SGP stuff with DJ Moore tonight. I saw him get rolled up on there a little bit earlier, and I was concerned.
It's a long drive. We got 8 minutes left here.
That's the concern.
That was the big conversation we were having with some of the people in the chat, and everybody else is like, who is, if we do the thing where we're blitzing a lot and trying to really, violate Caleb's cadence and everything, and, get him out of his rhythm, make him work out of structure. Who's your blitz beater? And the Bears have had just like, oh, this guy, Rome's hurt, and the rookie's hurt, and this guy's hurt, and you just haven't had that consistency of like who's playing to really know who the go-to guy is. Because I wanted to play some props on that, and at the same time, it's like I don't know who the go-to guy is going to be tonight.
I'm going to do a quick channel change and see if in Canada I'm ahead on CTV instead of TSN.
Are you switching? You're switching to the Senators game?
Yeah. For sure, Moretto in the background.
Like 3 people are like over. Yeah, that's what I took.
This drive needs to end with points. I would prefer a touchdown. We need at least a field goal, not a go for it that ends in nothing, because then I'm looking at chasing the second half over is what's going to happen there.
I wouldn't hate that. I might do that anyway. I don't have anything in this game right now. What's the SGP? So you got a bunch of SGPs, not just you got one that you like gave out, or what's your deal?
I always give out one on this show. I always play a ton in certain combinations of things, but basically what I'm rooting for is DJ Moore alternate overs and Josh Jacobs alternate overs in the receiving game as well. I got a lot of those. Yeah, don't love the 15 play 8-minute drive for a field goal.
I don't know if we learned anything from the early game. You can get a bunch of points in a hurry. Because that second half, that didn't start out great. It was 2 long field goal drives, a turnover on downs at some point.
Yeah,
didn't like any of it.
Plus, I believe both of these teams can hit some explosives as well as the game goes on. We didn't really see Chicago take. It looked like they wanted one deep shot there, and it was a Cole Kmet trick play where probably made the right move to pull it back.
Yeah.
I just want to thank the Cyclone Drew here. $9.99 donation for Karma. I'm a big fan of the Karma donation. Anyone in the chat is able to do that anytime, at any time. Appreciate you.
One of the very first podcasts I listened to was some just like travel podcast, like going to Vegas or whatever. And that was a big thing with like the listeners. They'd send that guy like $5 or $10 before they'd go. People were adamant you have to do it, otherwise you'll lose.
Yeah.
Like, well, fuck, I guess I got to send this guy for a couple dollars. Otherwise I'm going to lose.
It's true.
We're up on the day. You know why? Because we haven't hit the tables yet. No craps, no blackjack. That's how we're winning.
Last time I was on such a heater on that Circa floor, they had to send. They started sending the robot vacuum cleaners over.
Do you remember when you bet the 12 and they didn't let you?
Well, I wasn't hoping to have to tell that story. First of all, I know when I tell that story, people are gonna be like, "Oh, Rob, why are you so cheap?" I wasn't even the one making the big stink about it. If you recall, it was the guy next to me on the left that was going nuts because we were betting the same stuff all night, and then they paid me and they didn't pay him, and he's like, "Where's mine?" And they're like, "Oh, this guy," and pointing to me, took your winnings. He's like, "No, we bet the same thing."
Yeah,
and then they most definitely did not check the cameras on that.
It was like 45 minutes of coloring up too, because then everyone was mad.
Everyone was mad.
They're like, quit, and the table was completely full.
And then 15 minutes later, they paid me. which I was like, why? You know, like, I don't even care. Like, I wouldn't make that up. Like, you're just slowing down a full table, a full craps table. There's no room, and everyone's buying out now because they wouldn't pay me. I don't know. It was like $180 or something like that. Maybe a couple $100. Mr. Peanut Butter that night.
When he hit the 12 straight up and then he pressed it, so that it's coming again. It's coming again. And I just said, oh, you fool, you silly goose. And then it hits again for like $6,000.
He played a quarter. He played $25 on midnight, which he kept every
midnight.
And he hit back-to-back rolls. Oh man. And that was one of there was one of them later on I mean, I won. I know I placed the bet, whatever. I digress. But it was I didn't want to be that guy. I was trying to tell the guy next to me, like, you know what, just drop it. It's okay. He's like, no, you should fucking get paid. Like this. He was
so mad.
He was freaking out. I'm like, okay, okay.
That honestly, the most fun part of that was when we converged on the table. That was an empty table. There was no action. And like during the first roll, they were still trying to stuff money into the thing because so many people had bought in at once, they couldn't get the cash down fast enough. And it's like, exactly like, hey, you should keep these people happy and keep them gambling. They're going to give it back. That's how craps works.
I was dying to lose money that night. Yeah. And they just said, anyways.
Said we can't do it. Can't help you.
Don't. It's my favorite thing about Bet Bash is just gambling with friends. Yes. I think that's one of the, whether it's sports, casino games, whatever it may be, gambling with friends when you are like universally cheering for the same thing is a really fun thing to do. And that was my first experience with Mr. Peanut Butter in person. And course of half an hour, he completely lost his voice. Just went from very loud to not even being able to speak anymore.
That happens every time we do a night up at the Legacy Club. The next day I'm like, oh no, I have to do a show. And my voice is gone and I don't want to be awake either.
Yeah.
That was the problem. I came out last week. Like I said, I came in for the Sunday.
Yep.
And I stayed into Monday and I woke up and I had a notification on my phone like, hey, you have a meeting in 20 minutes at work. Like, oh, it's a weekday. This is bad.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to wake up. Like, that was a pretty rude awakening. Blackjack I can play by myself. Craps by yourself, that's
no. Craps I'm not going to a table alone.
Craps by yourself is
No.
That's questionable behavior, dude.
Agreed. That you're maybe a sociopath if you do that. Somebody in the pizza buffet this morning said to bet Jaden Reed over a half rushing yard. He got a carry on the first Packers play of the game for 14 yards. So that's a good one. That one hit. I don't remember who it was. I like to give credit to people. It was this guy, Nicky Noodles. He's taking credit for it. I hope it was him, or else I'm giving false credit. But no, I like to give people credit where it's due. I don't take other people's bets and give them out without acknowledging that it was someone else.
Are you doing Bet Bash this year?
In all likelihood, yes.
I think so. It's fun. Even if you don't go to any of the events besides the Legacy Club, which is kind of what I do.
Same.
I mean, it's just hanging out with them. It's funny. So Spanky announces Bet Bash, and like that day, the people in the Not Ras Discord are already discussing the meal. Like what day we're getting together. You guys are planning a meal at a little Asian joint 8 months from now. Good job. I like that they're ahead. They're on the game.
That spot is a banger though. 80s.
It really is.
Really good stuff. I'm not watching the game, so I don't know what this is in reference to, but it doesn't surprise me. Poor Al Michaels is seeing ghosts. Okay, big third down.
I was incredulous when I read the tweet that he was coming back, and my wife asked me what it was, and I'm trying to explain it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you know the movie Miracle? Mm-hmm. Like that happened 5 years before we were born. He was the announcer. Like it's been a while. And he was like, it wasn't like his rookie year, son. He was a known quantity at that point.
Nice deep shot to Romeo Doubs there for a completion. Good throw. Right on time. All right.
We just need 42 more points.
That's it.
No, that is 6 touchdowns.
I played some alternate overs.
People score 6 touchdowns all the time.
Yeah. Listen, between these two teams, you can get 3 touchdowns in 3 minutes, man. You can.
I thought about that too. I wondered too, because of some of the chicanery and whatnots that we've had between these two teams in the first two games. Like, I wonder if we get kind of a stupid, wild back and forth second half. Yeah, your coffee cup threw you out of focus, dude. You held it too close to the cam.
Okay, we're good now. Yeah, I know. I did.
It happens.
Listen, I'm no professional. I'm a professional bettor, but professional broadcaster. I'm
I like, the trick though. You put your hand.
Yeah, you just let it refocus on something else. Look at that hand. That's a hand. The hair might look like a 60-year-old here with the amount I've lost, but that hand is looking fresh. Could be like Costanza. I could be modeling these things, man.
My hands look like this, so hers can look. Oh yeah, I'm happy I'm not listening to Al right now.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'll go back. I'll go back down. We didn't think we had the, again, shout out Benson. We didn't think we had the recliners all day. They're like, no, you're good. You can stay, because they're kicking other people out for the late game.
I mean, hospitality is really good there.
Second to none. I do need to find my proxy yet. Shout out Vegas Maddie.
Maddie Simo, same proxy.
And Foxy Proxy. Tony.
Yeah.
They took care of us. Good job.
Did you tip your proxy?
That's what I'm saying. I have to find them to tip them. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to Venmo them at some point.
I got
bad karma not tipping your proxy.
I got so many DMs this week about what do I tip my proxy? And there's lots of back and forths happening behind the scenes. This became quite a discussion of like, what do you give the proxy? But
I sent some of those DMs to people who cashed before. I'm like, what did you tip? He had different answers, but I think we found the right amount.
I've also learned through the similar means of yours, Andy, who the good tippers and the bad tippers are in the betting space as well. I will be holding that over certain people's heads for a long time.
Yeah. Tip your waitresses, folks. Tip your dealers.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do it, especially out here. It is the karma thing. Like, bad tippers lose. That's just how it works.
Agreed.
That's why I always feel bad for people. And you hear those stories when you listen to podcasts about people who count cards professionally, and they know, like, I can't. Like, that cuts into it. That cuts my hourly win rate, and it just adds to the variance. You can't tip. You said be a terrible person. I'm like, well, when you're doing it as a pro, such as life, you're gonna get the dirty looks.
I've never told this story before, but I was in my early 20s and I was playing blackjack at Caesar's Palace. And I think I had a really disgruntled blackjack dealer, because you know how they're always checking for blackjack in like the little mirror. She was basically tipping me off as to whether to hit or not. So I would hit, and she'd be like, "No, you don't want to do that." And I didn't know at first, and then I realized what was going on. I think he's in. I think this is a touchdown. Christian Watson. All right, there we go. But yeah, I made a lot on that. I tipped her very nicely. Who knows if she ever I'm sure she got caught at some point or another. But it was just me at the table, and fucking great, man.
We had a dealer like that at the Win, and I won't mention names, but I met these people at the pool. They were older than me. They were richer than God. They were like landman, so they were oil people.
Yep.
Like, they couldn't believe that, like, I didn't get picked up from the private airport. He's like, "What? You just flew into McCarran?" Like, yeah. And I mean, the lady was like looking for something in her bag, pulled out like 100,000 in cash. And they were the man, when he played blackjack, he just put a bunch of chips in a pile and grabbed random ones and stacked them up. One time the dealer beat him, looked at his thing, flicked $100 off the top back at him. She says, "Table max 5,000. You bet 5,100. You can't do this." And then she took the rest because he'd lost. But she was great, because and I think she did it on purpose. It was the same kind of thing. She just wouldn't count right, where
got it.
She, like, oh, that's a put. There'd be a lot of, she has 18, you have 17, but there's like 3 or 4 cards on each. That's a push. Those were always pushes when you clearly lost by 1. And it's like, oh, is this on purpose? Because then it happened like 4 or 5 times. I'm like, she loves us, and she's doing this, and we're going to tip her well because of it. It makes a difference. You get 3 or 4 pushes over the hand of a shoe, and instead of losses, makes a big damn difference.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, the over's back on the menu, guys.
We're back in play, and honestly, I might even want to bet some live over here. If I just feel like this is not built off of anything other than my preconceived notion before the game that there was going to be offense and that both teams just moved down the field pretty easily, I would say.
Yeah. I was kind of puzzled by the play calling for Carolina earlier, because I thought they would just be more aggressive. You're the underdog. And honestly, I think the Bears need to do that too, because they're not as big of an underdog, obviously, but I would expect Ben Johnson to be a little more aggressive here. You can't, you get him next week. No, you need to go out there. You need to win.
100% agree with you. I'm trying to think. There was maybe a field goal that Carolina kicked that I didn't love or agree with at some point in the game. I could be wrong about that. So much stuff happened in that game that I couldn't remember, but I just kept thinking to myself, I'm like, exactly what you just said. I'm like, you're the big underdog. Like, embrace the variance, right?
Well, I wasn't listening. I didn't catch it, but somebody tweeted that apparently Greg Olson said something along those lines. Says, when you're a big underdog, you have to play the game differently. And he's like, I don't know if I've ever heard an announcer, say that as far as, you need to game plan and execute differently because you're playing a superior team at this point.
If I was doing this might sound insane, I don't care, I will stand by it, but if I was doing a coaching search in the NFL, I would interview Greg Olson. I wouldn't say I would hire him, but I would interview Greg Olson without a doubt.
That's interesting. I think you're right. I mean, especially since there's rumors that Troy Aikman's going to get an interview. Can you imagine? That guy has full CTE. Like, he just mumbles his way through stuff. The team won the toss and took the ball, and he said he says, I like that. Never explained why. He just said, he just wanted you to know that I like that. And he didn't elaborate.
Aikman was growing up. Aikman was my favorite player. Obviously, tons of concussions. I remember that from being a kid, including that final one against Arizona that ended his career. But I remember when he was first broadcasting, I couldn't stand him, and it hurt. It pained me for a period of time. Little known fact, but Eric Eager, when he was with PFF, was actually having weekly calls with Troy Aikman to explain the analytics side of the game to him. And after a couple years, he came around a little bit. I think it took him a while to get there, but he at least finally started understanding why a team might go for it and stuff like that. So I'm not fully around, but he came around.
This is surprising because I'm just trying to imagine how anti-analytics he'd be if he hadn't had all those conversations to at least get him to where he's at.
Yeah.
Because he still doesn't love it. He still just thinks it's some black box that exists somewhere. Well, analytics says. It's
yeah,
no, it's just using your noodle with some numbers.
I feel like a lot of the old school guys already had a preconceived notion about analytics is just a term for math, right? And I was arguing on Twitter a few weeks back with former NFLer with the Seahawks, Luke Wilson, where I posted a video that I did a few years back on why it makes sense to go for two when you're down 14 and you score a touchdown, why it makes sense to go for two. And the whole premise of the video is listen, you could be historically bad at converting 2-point conversions, and it would and your kicker could have a 100% probability to hit the PAT, and it still makes sense to go math-wise. And I showed it out, and then I kind of got a response from him. It's well, how do you know what the 2-point play is? The point just completely went over his head, where I'm you know what? Why am I wasting time trying to educate people who they don't want it. They don't care. He's made up his mind.
The one that drives me the most nuts, because he should know better, is Kurt Warner, who is maybe more anti-analytics than Troy, more take the points than anybody I know. And he kind of tweeted something out, which is the basis of analytics, but in his own words. And somebody quote tweeted him, and he joked. He's Kurt Warner is going to accidentally invent analytics by himself here. And then, it went over Warner's head. He replied too, and He's like, no, I'm against it. Like, no, you don't get the joke. Like,
Yeah.
you aren't against it. You just kind of invented it in your own words.
It's
you
really
got there independently somehow.
It's really shocking for me, though, that guys like that, especially ex-quarterbacks, wouldn't buy into it, having played on the offensive side of the ball and just understand. Like, imagine Kurt Warner, 4th and 1, you bring the field goal unit on, and he's like, what are we, like, greatest show on turf, guys? Like, what are we doing here? And that was just allowed. Imagine still advocating for that. I'll just never get it.
I think the biggest misconception is like a field goal attempt is worth 3 points, and a field goal attempt isn't even worth 3 points from the one. It's worth 2.99, and as you go further back, it's worth under 2 points on average. And they just can't ever fathom missing it. Well, let's just take the points; they're free.
Well, speaking of analytics, it's 4th and 2 for Chicago. Looks like at their own 38. And it looks like Ben Johnson's calling a play. I don't know whether they're going to draw him offside. The quarter can run out before the play clock does here, but I wouldn't put it past them to go for this here. I also wouldn't put it past them to run the ball here. Oh, they almost got someone to jump.
I love it when someone jumps because no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. You feel so stupid.
Rams did it today. Braden Fisk did it today.
Oh yeah.
On I think 4th and 5, I think.
I was talking about that with Drew downstairs when the clock's running and it's like it's marginal. Like, hey, they may go for this. They're likely not. Maybe it's like a 30% chance they'll go for it. And then you see the offense out there as a defensive coordinator. That has to be just the worst feeling of like, I have 10 seconds to call a play here to counter this. Like it's speed chess at that point. And you got to have so much stuff. I think obviously you have stuff ready, knowing like their tendencies on short yardage, their tendencies on 3rd and 4th downs. But at the same time, you got to like call a defense to figure that out. And obviously the Rams did a pretty good job of getting some pressure on late downs, which Caleb was terrible under, or Bryce was terrible under pressure.
Yeah. I mean, you'd expect that. I played a decent game. I mean, way better than I would have expected for a Bryce Young playoff game, I'll tell you that. But I can let you get back down to the sportsbook, end of the first quarter here. Good luck on the tables tonight if you choose to go that route. And
what's your halftime score prediction? 24-21?
Halftime score? Oh my God.
I think so. I think we're gonna get there. Yeah, I'm gonna go cash a ticket that I haven't yet.
There we go.
Rebet it.
Cash and tickets.
We'll find something, I'm sure. And I'm gonna go hang out with Drew. Appreciate having me on, Rob. Best of luck this weekend. And honestly, you might have to go figure out hockey. You only got 3 weeks of football left.
Yeah, you know what? We'll see. Play it by ear.
You can play go play some Ticket to Ride.
Not my game of choice anymore.
I love Ticket to Ride. I have kids. I need.
Well, I'm Ticket to Ride it out. I've played so much Ticket to Ride in my life. It's like I don't want to
even.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to see that anymore.
All right.
But to each, it's a good game, great game, great game. I will say. I just played a lot of it. All right, Andy. All the best.
Love you, Robert.
Okay, love you too. Andy Molitor, everyone, live from the cuck chair. No, it wasn't. I was going to say from one cuck to another. It's not very nice of me to do that. I won't do that. But I've already put it out there in the world. Iain MacMillan, how are things?
Good, Rob. How are you?
Doing okay. I noticed you're wearing a Packers jersey.
I am. Is my audio okay first? Because I've had some mic issues lately.
Sounds fantastic.
I could give you 20 guesses. You wouldn't guess who this Packers jersey is. And I'll even give you a hint. Well, maybe with 20 guesses you could. It's 25.
20 guesses.
I'll give you like 3.
Okay, first of all, what positional group tends to wear? That would help me. I don't know. I'm not. 20s are usually running backs in that positional group.
Yeah, running backs or DBs because it's not recent. So it was back when numbers actually mattered, when like certain positions wore certain numbers, which isn't the case anymore. So yeah, that's another hint. It'd be a running back DB would be 20s.
And this is old.
Define old.
Well, the Packers currently have someone who wears 25. It wouldn't be.
Yeah, so this is.
Yes.
This is
sorry on the I don't want to root against you, but I need the over in this game. And the Bears actually did fucking run a play. I can't believe they did. I mean, I should believe that they did it.
4th and 2.
I know.
Yeah,
on their own 38.
You're a little ahead of me here.
Yeah.
Well,
Lots of people in the chat saying Dorsey Levens.
No.
Wow. I like this game in the chat. Yeah, there's lots of Dorsey Levens. Sam Gatto.
Nope.
Ahmad Green. Ryan Grant.
Wow.
Wow.
Flash in the pan, man.
Yeah.
He was unreal for a couple seasons.
It was Brinks. Brinks got it, I think. I think he's the first one.
Yes,
Wow.
I think he was the first one. Yep. Ryan Grant.
I love
People
these
forget
types of
about Ryan
names.
Grant.
I think I'm going to do this next year. I'm going to buy like a shit jersey of every team. Not to say Ryan Grant was a shit player, wasn't, but I like a old school throwback, but it would be like, you really have to think hard about it.
Yep.
Love that.
I think he had one really good year with the Packers.
Yeah.
And then the next year he got hurt, and then that was kind of the last we heard of him.
Man, DJ Moore's already gone 5 for 40 so far in this game.
And people in the chat, yes, Notre Dame. Ryan Grant was a Notre Dame guy.
I mean, this is going to be 4 down territory, I would guess, again for Ben Johnson. So I wouldn't be surprised if they ran it on 3rd down here. They do stuff like that. I'll try to avoid spoilers for you.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I know it's tough. You know what? I guess if I was watching and someone spoiled it for me, it depends on if it was a good result or a bad result.
Second quarter, I can take spoilers. If this was 4th, then maybe I'd be a little bit more on you for it. But second quarter, I'm fine.
Yeah. They did run it for what looks like maybe 1 yard or no yards. So we're going to have a 4th down. And this is the high variance when it comes to the Bears.
I did want to say I'm a big Ticket to Ride guy. I know that was brought up right before I came on. I played the normal one. I played New York. I played Europe. Big Ticket to Ride guy.
It's a great game. I've just overdone it.
It does feel like a game like if you could play it too much because
I played it many times in person and then on Board Game Arena as well. I got pretty high up in the rankings there. So
let's Board Game Arena.
What the fuck?
Are they going for it? 4th? Wow.
That. I mean, I got to tell you, you will see this play and then we can discuss it as a whole. Because
Snap coming right. 7, 6, 5, 4, snap. Why would you catch that? Especially in the playoffs? What?
Okay, so first and
foremost,
foremost,
one of the dumbest decisions I've ever seen a player make.
Did it not look like Caleb Williams had a wide open receiver? But what was the throw? What did he like confuse the Packer? I don't understand what that. But also, yes, why would you catch that?
And then he's celebrating after. He's doing an anime run. He just didn't. Did you see that? He did the arms behind his back anime run.
He cost him 27 yards of field position. They would have started at the 40-yard
line. In a playoff game?
And he actually caught it. I know.
Individual stats don't even matter in a playoff game. Who cares if you have a playoff interception? That doesn't matter.
That was a tough one. Poor Jason is at home, takes by Jay right now. Number 1 diehard Caleb Williams fan. Cannot be happy with that one. That was a rough one.
Are you, let me ask you this. Are you, because I'm on the Packers big. I bet the Packers money line early in the week at -108. I got Packers -2.5, -6.5, -9.5, -13.5, and -20.5.
Okay.
Because I think the Bears, like, there's always one fraudulent team that makes the playoffs, and I think it's the Bears. Do you have a similar opinion, or do you think the Bears as good as their record?
No. The Bears are, I don't want to, they're definitely not as good as the record.
Fraudulent might be a bit strong.
Yeah. So like, I think that if they were to catch lightning in a bottle, they could make a run. A lot of stuff would have to go right, starting with being positive on 4th downs for sure. They would have to force turnovers like they have all year long. I wish they hadn't gone up against the Packers, who I'm also not a big fan of, especially defensively right now.
Yep.
So it was a tougher one. I just thought there would be, both teams would kind of march back and forth down the field in this game.
Yeah.
Bears offense has not looked good. This is concerning. They didn't look great against Detroit last week. I think they were getting shut out going into the 4th quarter. But having seen, the first 3 drives of this game, I'm a little bit upset that I don't have a Packers ticket for sure.
Well, Still early.
I just need to watch this replay right now because, yeah, he's wide open. Where's he throwing? Who is he throwing to?
So someone in the chat said I laddered Packers spread because I'm a homer. Do you see the hat I'm wearing?
Yeah, Ian's a Falcons
not
fan.
A Packers fan.
Not a Packers fan.
Not a Packers fan.
Love when they try to get you, they try to catch you in the act.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a Packers fan tonight for sure. But.
I really don't. I'm still really trying to understand that throw. I don't know what.
I mean, I would guess it was an option route.
Yeah, but like
it's either an extremely bad throw or is an option route.
Okay, but even if Burden breaks that in, like there's 0% chance that's getting completed.
Yeah, he breaks it shallow and
it's just
and runs it more like an in.
It was nowhere near where it had to be, even if it was an in-breaking route. So, yeah.
He seems pissed at his receiver. So,
yeah, this is already now with 7-3, Green Bay with the ball. It does feel like a game where the Bears D is going to have to force a turnover at some point or another. So far, looks like Swiss cheese on the defensive side.
It just feels like when there are teams that aren't as good as their record, and quote unquote fraudulent might be a strong word, but quote unquote fraudulent, it just seems like they usually get exposed immediately in the playoffs.
Steelers for many years.
Titans a few years ago, remember they were the 1 seed in the AFC?
Yeah, the Titans, I do remember that. Someone is down on the Bears. And
the Vikings a few years ago, remember they lost to the Giants and Daniel Jones in the first round?
Oh, that one was a bet I made. I remember that one clearly.
Yep.
I don't know who that is down on the ground. It looks like TJ Edwards. Man. Bears linebacking core. Shambles. I mean, it feels like I'm so underwater with the total right now. But the live line is 43.5 still. And I really just bet 44 and 44.5. Clueless Better says, I think that was a non-contact injury. Oof. I think I'm going to play some live over in this game. Okay. I'm going to go down with the ship. I'm going to bet 43.5 minus 06 here. A little bit.
I can't join you on that one.
No, you don't. I'm not. You don't have to.
All right.
This feels to me like it's headed towards 14-3. I really like that game state for an over. I think there's going to be a lot of chaos. Andy says you can throw the Broncos in there for a fraud.
I think fraud is strong for the Broncos. I think that's a strong word.
I also think that, let me just answer the chat really quickly. What number? 43.5 minus 06 is what I just clicked right now. Over 43.5 minus 06, up on FanDuel, widely available. Full unit. It's hard for me to say in terms of live betting. This is definitely not a full unit relative to what I've played on the pregame total. I would just consider it a small bet. Let's put it like that. For the Broncos, I'm with you. I don't like the consistency of the Broncos offense, but the AFC, there's like any of these teams.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
I could point out like a big flaw with every single team in the AFC.
Literally.
I don't believe in Bo Nix, but they could easily go to the Super Bowl.
100%, especially being at home next two games.
Yeah. I'm preparing myself for worst case scenario, which for me is the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. I've already prepared myself by betting Eagles futures as well.
Yeah.
I feel like Jalen Hurts is headed on the Eli Manning career arc.
Yep. I bet the Eagles. Yeah. I bet the Eagles Super Bowl last week.
Mm-hmm. TJ Edwards non-contact. They put a brace on him, so he must have broke something, which is unfortunate.
There was a bet I was looking at last week. I didn't place it, but it was like which conference wins the Super Bowl, and I think NFC was minus 130.
They've been minus for the last, I want to say 4 to 5 weeks. I've been looking at that market, and the NFC's been -2.5 at a Super Bowl line
for a spread.
Yeah. People forget, like, on a neutral, I guess the 49ers wouldn't be on a neutral. So there's a possibility if they get there, I'll call it a home game, but like it's a Super Bowl. It's not a true
It's not
home
the same
game.
as a home
Yeah,
game.
yeah. It's going to be wild, man. It's going to be wild when, Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl.
But this is what I'm afraid of, because I've wanted a season where it's just like crazy things happen, random teams, which is what we've had. But then I'm afraid it's just going to be then Eagles wins it all, which is that's going to be a bummer.
Yep.
Right. So I will be rooting for the 49ers tomorrow, although I did bet Eagles.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one for me, man. I root for my bets.
Oh yeah,
this is so easy for the Packers, right? Like there was 3 options on this play you're about to see. Jordan Love could have ran for 15 yards. He could have hit the running back that was leaking out. They had anything they wanted on this play. It was Matthew Golden for an explosive here as well.
Number 0.
Yep. That's I bet Matthew Golden touchdown stuff tonight. So,
did you? I considered it, and I didn't pull the trigger.
Yeah. I got 2 Packers, Matthew Golden and Josh Wiley as well.
I listened to your before the games, Harold. I did tail on Josh Jacobs over 1.5.
Yeah, nothing yet.
Yeah,
I know. I was so far so good. I mean, the only other carry has been to Jaden Reed to start the game. It's just a LaFleur special, and the rushing yards got bet up too much, and the receiving stuff I thought didn't get bet enough. But this is not the best game state either for that, so I might end up eating an L there, unfortunately. I got pretty lucky in the Rams-Panthers game to cash a big one on Colby Parkinson with that touchdown catch, which was he caught it like one ball for 15 very early, and then he dropped a screen pass, and then after that there was nothing. So this gotta take it for what it is.
Do you ever play many defensive props, tackles, sacks, anything like that?
I don't do as much of that anymore because I've noticed a big correlation to getting my accounts cut off when I play those props.
Interesting.
Yeah. I was a big tackles and assists guy for a while, and then nuked a bunch of accounts in quick succession. And I'm like,
fair, because the public probably doesn't, square bettors don't really.
Yeah, it's like I really lean into the stuff that other people are betting: passing yards, receiving yards, anytime touchdowns, rushing yards. I'm not trying to find some like unique prop, out of nowhere. That was a big hit on Love, a big one.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
We've got a pre-snap penalty here. I think the play clock got to 0. They're going to give a timeout to Green Bay? Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. Oh, man.
Are you you don't bet college football, do you?
I don't, unless every now and then, like, people will message me and they'll be like, I think this is really good, and I'll bet it. It's because whatever. But aside from that, I'm not doing like my
You don't originate any college football.
I tried. I'll say unsuccessfully, in that it just wasn't worth the time for me.
Yeah.
It is a sport that I think you have to keep up with.
Yeah. A lot of roster. Well, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
Brand new teams every single year.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Wow. For those asking about Jordan Love and who the backup would be, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if Malik Willis ended up being active today. Just going to double check that really quickly. Yeah, he ended up being active. So he is the backup that's dressed. It is not Clayton Tune. as being reported.
I thought he was about to get lit up again after you said that.
No, that play got pretty lit up on. Like the one that he got
Nice.
sacked for a yard there.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's okay. But coming off a concussion, it's
playoffs, baby.
Playoffs. That's it. Concussions don't exist anymore.
Oh, correct.
You see Devontae Adams today?
Yeah.
Although I think he actually just bit his tongue on that play. I don't know that it was all that bad, but
you know what was, well, let me watch this play now.
no. I'm just confirming one more time for those in the chat that Malik Willis is active, and their emergency third quarterback today would be Desmond Ridder, not Clayton Tune.
Oh, no.
That would be the emergency.
Bring him in.
Yeah.
Bring him in.
He would be standing on the sidelines right now, not dressed, literally, because he's an
he's
inactive
emergency.
emergency. This is kind of you'll see a spoiler again for you.
It's all good. All good.
Josh Jacobs runs for no yards here on this play. I hate when the Packers get conservative like this. It's one of the only things that I'm a big Matt LaFleur guy. I think he's really underrated. They kind of have whatever they want in the passing game right now.
Yeah.
And I understand you see TJ Edwards go out. You're like, we need to run the ball a little bit more, but 3rd and 9.
Do you think there's any chance the Packers lose this game? They fire Matt LaFleur?
I think there is a chance.
There is a chance.
I would never do it, but I think there is a chance.
Wow.
Well,
so
we got another wide receiver that I didn't bet on.
Jaden Reed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. I did.
Yep. There you go.
There you go.
But look how easy this is for them out of the back. They have whatever they want in the air.
Yeah. It's tough. Yeah. Part of me does.
What a route, man. When you watch the replay of this route, great. What a play. This is why I love LaFleur. I mean, Watson just takes the safety with him downfield. It's basically like a double move, but it's like a fucking spinorama is the route that Jaden Reed just ran. Love that.
Yep.
Do you remember stuff? You remember when Ben Johnson got hired?
Yeah.
You remember what he said about Matt LaFleur?
Faintly, but remind me.
Yeah, he basically said that he looks forward to kicking his ass a few times a year. I feel like that's like a rivalry that's going to exist for a long time now. But
you think so?
It's got to be. I wouldn't. If I was Matt LaFleur and immediately when a guy got hired within the division said something like that, I would. Maybe it just says more of me in terms of my character, but I would hold a grudge for a very long time. And if you remember the first win, after the first win, they didn't even like shake hands. They basically just like ran by each other. Yeah.
We need more of that in the NFL today.
Yeah, I agree.
Part of me does hope that the Bears win and if the Packers do fire Matt LaFleur, because I've been making the case, we're getting the gang back together. 2016, Matt LaFleur, Mike McDaniel, bring him on as OC, Matt LaFleur head coach, Jeff Ulbrich, bring him back as defensive coordinator, Matt Ryan's president of football.
Yeah.
It's time to right some wrongs.
Which is, listen, the Falcons are rightly doing what every team should be doing now, which is taking advantage of the Tom Brady rule, essentially, where these commentators have access to all the meetings over the course of the week. It would basically be tampering in any other situation, but it's not. So eventually what's going to happen here is every broadcast member is going to be like a consultant for a team in some capacity.
Is he keeping his job with CBS though? Because I read that.
He's joining the Falcons. But even then, he would have a lot of insight for them this year in their coaching search from having been able to talk to coaches firsthand, which other teams don't have. So, I
believe one of the Falcons' stipulation was that
he's got to leave CBS.
Yeah, he's got to leave CBS.
Well, he wasn't on a great crew anyways. He was like buried really deep.
Yeah.
So
he was never going to be a prime timer.
No. But we have conflicting information in the chat. Briggs says he's keeping both jobs.
Keeping both jobs. No jobs even.
No job. Keeping no jobs. Doesn't he need to get fired next year? I don't know. I'm very confused now. I'm very confused.
I definitely read that the Falcons, before they made it official, I read that the Falcons said that he has to leave the CBS job. I haven't seen any information since he was actually fired, but
I'm going to rip another live bet here really quickly.
Okay.
And I'm going to play Caleb Williams over 220.5 pass yards.
minus 114.
Yeah, not a lot. Same thing. This is just a live bet that I cannot quantify in this exact moment, but it feels good to me. I just clicked it and it just moved. But 222.5 right now. He released a statement thanking CBS. Okay. G-Stack George batting 99% on news. When it comes to picks, he's batting like 30%, but I'm just joking. George actually had a good year. Quite a good year. That's it, man. People born on December 12th, 1986 had an amazing year in the NFL. It's me and G-Stack.
You guys have the same birthday, same day?
Yeah. We were not born at the same hospital though. We did converse about that.
Quick question for live betting. Any value in any Packers receivers overs because they seem to kind of be getting what they want through the year?
I don't know how they're going to play this.
Right. Jaden Reed over 36.5. He has 21.
Next year, I'm going to go into the season with kind of like a cheat sheet for every single coach on how they like to play different situations. I think that will help a lot more with live betting. I was thinking between betting Caleb Rush overs or pass overs when this came up, but ultimately I went with the pass. And then he ran the first play after that, naturally.
G-Stack, Hammer Fantasy Champion. Put some respect on G-Stack's name.
I mean, in that pool, Kirk Evans made like the semifinals and he didn't set a lineup. He didn't change his lineup for like 12 weeks of the season.
Yeah, but aren't you the guy who's talking about like you had to leave all your like friends leagues because you were just winning every single year?
I was.
Well, didn't happen this
year. I would have had a really good shot to win this year too if my entire roster didn't get injured. And then people can
ifs and buts for candy and nuts.
That was yes. It's part of it. It's part of it's part of the reason I don't like fantasy football.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want the randomness that comes with injuries.
Oh.
I got to hold that up. I hope they hold that up as a completion because I bet Cole Kmet over 1.5. LaFleur's challenging it. I thought, just to me, I can't hear what's going on in the broadcast right now, but it looked like he caught the ball, made a football move in turning.
It kind of felt like as he was turning on that replay, he like,
yeah,
bobbled it a second. No,
maybe. Oh, they already ruled it incomplete.
I think he bobbled it.
One of my friends is messaging me saying that the comment, I guess it would be Terry McCauley, would be the ref on this broadcast, said that it should be a completion. Damn you, Cole Kmet. I don't know, man. Offense is staying on the field.
Well, the offense it's incomplete.
Yeah, it's 4th and 4 now.
Oh.
4th and 4. This is actually aggressive, I think. It's probably borderline, even from like it would be pretty close, I think, if you ran the math on this one. It does feel like their defense can't get a stop, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, would I want to punt this back and face 21-3?
All right, don't spoil this one.
I will not. I will not.
Something happens based on that.
The play didn't even run yet. The play didn't even run
Okay.
yet. Play didn't even run yet.
Oh yeah, this is ballsy on your own 32.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know, Jim. Oh. My alternate lines might be looking pretty good.
Oh yeah, looked like a
My
shitty.
alternate
looked like a
lines might be
shitty
looking
snap.
pretty good.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, someone with some overs. I'm not too upset about that. Not too up. That kind of worked out for every live bet so far, I would say. I'm sure you can get Caleb Williams at a cheaper total, but that helps. Yeah. It was another injury for the Bears. Who's that holding his leg on the field? These guys can't stop getting hurt. Oh, Andrew Billings. My God.
Billingsley. Party at Taylor's house. Now, Billingsley.
Billingsley. Oh, man. They don't have defensive players left anymore, the Bears.
Yeah, this is getting late early.
It's getting. Nicky Noodle says Jacobs live over. That would be the next spot naturally to look.
100.5 though. What's he at? 47.
Yeah, that's quite steep.
Emmanuel Wilson, 15.5.
No, I don't like.
If he gets way out of hand.
You know, I will say, I'm going to message Hitman on the side here if he's around. I feel like the Packers go to Chris Brooks when the game gets out of hand. I don't know if they would do that in the playoffs, but it feels like Jacobs and Wilson are always like the 1-2 punch. But if it's a slaughter, they don't go to Wilson. They go to Chris Brooks. I could be wrong on that. I'm just trying to, I watch so much football. This is just what I remember.
Quick side note is just because we're in commercial. Is Moretto tuned in here? I assume he is, right?
So Moretto is in the background, but I see he's turned his camera off. And I know the Montreal Canadiens are playing right now against Detroit. So I'm going to go with...
if you can hear me, Moretto, I remember about that bet. You still owe me for that bet from September, my friend. I'm not going to...
No. Fill me in. There's nothing I love more than people welching on bets that I can expose them for. So I want to hear this.
I can't.
Okay.
But he has been welching on a bet from Falcons-Vikings game. So
in the private chat, he says, I remember and I got you. That's what he said. Okay. All right.
We'll see then.
Matthew Golden has 36 and his live total's 36.5. If they score on this drive, I don't know that Golden's going to get another look tonight. He might. Do we not think Jordan Love under 5.5 rush yards would be okay now? I guess again, let's wait to see how this drive ends.
True.
Because if they go up 21-3,
pretty solid chance there's some kneels.
Yeah, kneels, and on top of that,
off.
like what's the point of him taking off?
Yeah.
Although, you know what? I would get scared that they do like a lot of run pass stuff, and those passes on third down might use his legs there.
I mean, we are talking like it's over, but
yeah,
we watched enough NFL. This is
it's not. It's far from.
Yeah.
I never,
especially with the Bears.
Yeah.
They'll recover 3 onside kicks in a row.
You just don't know. Just don't know.
Yeah, that going forward and fourth down there did feel like a Madden move. That felt like Madden 2008 kind of move.
I would.
Playing against your friend, you're fed up. You feel like you should be winning, but you're not. You go for it, fourth and what was it? 4-3 on your own 38.
Yeah, it was 4th and 4, whatever it was. Here's where I don't know in those situations. I have very, very little faith. If I'm Ben Johnson, I have very little faith in my defense to get a stop at any point. It's almost like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Like they could have punted there and Green Bay still goes down the field and scores, right?
Sure.
And listen, there's a situation like what's happening right now where Green Bay is going to go for it on 4th down here. And we don't know what's going to happen in that type of situation. I can tell you something happened. This is a crazy play.
Oh no, I don't like this.
This is ridiculous.
I don't like that. I don't want craziness. I want a straight up the middle 1.5 yards for a first down.
I'm very here. Just watch this. Is
okay.
I love actually getting to see someone else's reaction to seeing something live.
Oh. Okay, that's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown. Does that touchdown go to Watson or Dobbs?
Dobbs for sure. That was definitely a fumble. I thought he was going to
fumble before breaking the play.
Watching it live, I thought he fumbled before breaking the play.
Okay, so basically what's going to happen here, Ian, is it won't be a touchdown. Because it was 4th down, when you fumble, you can't advance the fumble. So it will come back to where Watson fumbled it, which was at the 1 yard line. Yeah.
But what if he fumbled it out of the back of the end zone?
Then it would be a touchback.
It would be a touchback.
Yeah. You just can't advance it from where the fumble happened on 4th
even
down.
If it's already past the first down marker?
I know.
No matter what.
I feel like that rule might,
I once fumbled it forward for a first down in a high school football semifinal game, so that rule doesn't exist in Canadian high school football.
You do it on purpose, or are you just a shit player?
No, the good player. It was a bad play, but it worked out. Certainly, I wasn't smart enough to do that on purpose. Worked out though.
Man, I wonder what like. I played a lot of touch football when I was younger, and people will laugh. Obviously, like anyone will. Whenever I played in some pretty competitive leagues, like CFL players would play in the division I'd play in and whatever.
Okay, I'm afraid for what you're about to say next, but go ahead.
I just wonder what I looked like playing in that game, because I was not the athlete that some of these guys were, but I knew how to, like, I basically played as
cerebral.
Because it was 6-on-6, and I played the middle of the field. Essentially, I called the defense, and we were like the only team in the league that would switch our coverages regularly. And stuff.
Yeah,
we were amazing as a defense.
Hell yeah.
Like, and
that makes a big difference on defense if you do things like that.
100%.
That wasn't a fumble, was it?
It was just a bad handoff.
Okay, they're all right.
The league was the UTFL, the Ultimate Touch Football League.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But no, it was fun, man. Nothing like, and the play designs that our offense sucked. Our quarterback was the worst in the league. So, some of these guys' arms in this league were absurd. We had just like a regular dude, but we schemed up like the craziest shit because, again, the teams used to play the same defense over and over. You know?
Yep.
Moretto in the background says he won that league. We never won Division I. We would always lose in the finals. It was like we were the Buffalo Bills of the 90s. We make the finals.
Running into Patrick Mahomes.
The tiebreaker? If your game goes to overtime in the finals, you just run back to back. You run 2-point conversions from the goal line.
Yep.
Our defense stopped 5 in a row. Our offense could not score one. We fucking lost. Anyways, good times. Good times. Big 3rd and goal here for this over. I'll tell you that right now.
Let's bring it back. Me and you we'll start a touch team. We'll join that league in Toronto.
I would like to do that again. I'd love to do that.
You think your body can hold up?
Yeah. For an hour of play, it's like 40 minutes.
I guess it's touch. Yeah, it's not tackle.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
I mean, some of the games did get pretty violent.
Yeah, touch sometimes means shove.
Well, the easiest. So every now and then, you switch up to playing some man coverage just to keep the other team honest. Once you play one snap of man, the next snap There's fucking picks happening all over the field. And there's only 2 refs on the field. They can't see every single receiver. So you got people just getting blown up. Like,
listen, we'll start a team. I know some guys I played college football with. I'll recruit them. Well, we'll be all right.
Moreto's sending me a picture of his team in the background. I don't see him in the picture though.
Oh,
so what did he miss the finals? Oh no, I see Moreto there. Just looks like an idiot in the bottom left, shaved head. Wow, can't believe that. Was this team called the Red Knights, Moreto? I remember this team. I think we might have crossed paths, possibly.
Wow,
possibly. DTF was the team name. Makes sense. I assume down to football. We had some pretty interesting team names.
Let's bring it back, Rob.
Yep.
Me, you, Moreto.
Mm-hmm.
Some actual football players I know. We'll be all right.
We wore NWO black and white jerseys for a long time, and we called ourselves the New Woodbridge Order because all of our team was from Woodbridge.
Yep.
That was good. CSI was big at time when I was playing. One year we called ourselves CSI End Zone.
Yep. I like it.
Good times. We're going to bring it back. We're bringing it back. Touch football this summer. Coming to the Hammer Betting Network.
Done.
Moreto played left bench. Moreto was the water boy. Oh, man. I'm very nervous about this play coming out of the 2-minute warning. Like,
it feels like a very big play. Oh, and you for the over. It's might be do or die.
Yeah. I feel like we were in a really good spot.
Yeah, if they don't get it, you're toast.
When Christian Watson was flying into the end zone there.
There's nothing worse when you have an over bet than
a goal line stand
down on
fucking really upset me here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to let any emotions out. I'll let you watch.
Don't spoil it.
Live. I will watch.
Should bring Ryan Grant back just for this play. Don't like shotgun. Don't like throwing it. Don't matter. Touchdown.
Exactly.
It works when it works. And the guy who ended up recovering the fumble got his touchdown. So
they got it to him. All right. We are now cooking. Live total's got to be in the 50s right now.
Now we go.
And it is. It's 50.5 live total.
Now we go.
Now we get as many Caleb Williams pass yards as we can before the half. Now we mark Josh Jacobs receiving overs as a loss. We do that. I'm just going to actually put that in my
It's my bad for tailing it.
I will go into my bet stamp as well and mark that as a loss. And no, it's okay. It's not your fault. Some shit plays happen. Sometimes you get game script too that just doesn't. The game is basically a pick 'em. We're getting one extreme end of it. Happens. Could have possibly gotten the end where the Bears are, recover a fucking fluky fumble like they do every single game or interception. Didn't happen. I would like to see the Bears kind of make a game of it, though.
I wouldn't.
I know you
alternate totals all the way up to minus. I think. Let me check to see what my biggest.
Well, here's the beauty of this, Iain. You're done. It goes to halftime. You jump off the stream. You think about what you're going to do with all the money that you've won off of betting tonight's game. That's the biggest thought that you have after this quarter's done.
Wow.
When I'm done, when this quarter's done for me, I got to do another whole half of football.
Oh, the biggest spread is minus 26.5. So
26.5.
I put $5 on it. So,
by the way, I saw that you're doing like betting $100 a day every day of the year. That's a great idea. I love that idea. I wish we had thought of it. I'm going to for sure rip that off at some point. I'm just going to let you know. because we've been thinking of there's these YouTube videos I get fed all the time where it's some golfer and he's playing a par 3 hole and he starts with a driver and he's got to make par with every club.
I've seen a ton of those, and
right?
with every club in the bag. Yeah.
And I told Jason we should do this with him, but he should have different thresholds of bets. So he should get to start with a minus 200 favorite.
Yeah.
And once he hits that, he gets to move to minus 150 and then plus 100. And he's got to make a bet at that price or worse until he hits the bet. And we see how long it takes him to go through the whole ladder. I like that idea, but your way is just way easier of doing it.
I have another idea that's very similar to that.
Okay.
We did that on my show that lasted throughout the regular season on SITV, which whatever. Talk about that off air. That shows it doesn't exist anymore, but we did a parlay peak. So you got to hit a 2-leg parlay, and then once you hit that, then you got to hit a 3-leg parlay, then 4-leg parlay, then 5-leg parlay.
Like that. Exactly.
Similar idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Matt Cahill says Jason's great ideas include fucking counting grains of. I've told him a million times that this idea is dumb. No one cares about him having to count grains of rice.
Wait, that was actually an idea, is counting grains of rice?
He's not the best idea guy. He's also,
what does that mean?
He's also not the best executor. I don't really know what he does well, but at this point, he's like the vibes guy. I used to work with a guy at.
Of course, everyone needs a
Ryan Hainser, the worst employee of all time, would fuck up something every show. You could lay it out for him in advance. You're like, Haynes, I'm going to give you this trigger. All you got to do is play this clip. You do the trigger, no clip plays, wrong clip plays. You didn't know what you're going to get. But the guy was so well loved in the office, he could never be fired. He could literally never be fired.
Vibes guys play an important role.
And I think Jason's kind of getting to that point now where he's actually so bad at his job, but we can't do anything about it because he's a vibes guy.
I love him. I met him at Jay's game in person. I finally met him.
Yeah. He comes in Monday morning every week. I'm in the office already, getting circle back ready. He's cheesed about something from the weekend.
Ear to the door walks during in the Circles door Off, and anytime his name is mentioned during Circles Off, he comes in.
Every Monday, he just walks in. I'm like, Jason, how's it going? There's like a 14-minute rant about something. I don't even know what he's talking about half the time. I'm like, let's get to the point, man.
Yeah, someone in the chat said, yeah, Jason is a golden retriever. Correct. Did something happen? Is that why you're something big?
Well, we're going to have a fourth down again for Chicago, and I'm going to assume that they're going to go for it again at this point. There's no sense in kicking this field goal. I just thought that when Caleb was rolling to the right on this play and looking downfield, I thought he was going to throw it. LaFleur should use I would have used the last time out there. Yeah.
That $100 a day challenge, how much do you think I'll be down at the end of the 1 year?
So I'd say
just to be clear, I know I'm going to lose money. The question is just how much money I'm going to lose doing this.
Right. I'll estimate that you lose $3 a day on So I'll say down $1,095 would be my guess.
Okay. I think I'll beat that.
You know what? I hope you do, Ian.
I'm going to guess. My guess would be about in the 800s. I'm going to guess about 850.
I thought you were going to say like, no, I'm going to lose I'll lose like a couple $100.
No.
It's really not that far off.
I think I will beat the figure you said, not by much, but I think I'll barely beat it. I'm going to guess about 850. 4th and 4. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Based on your reaction, I'm going to guess they didn't get it. Didn't get it.
He was open. Loveland was open. Caleb, I got to say right now, Caleb Williams is playing like shit tonight. I'm just going to call it out.
Caleb Williams not played like shit all year would be the question I would ask you.
Right. First time quarterback trend.
58.1% completion rate.
Bryce Young would have been his first quarterbacking in the playoffs, would it not? Cover the spread. That's what matters.
Yep.
I see the Leafs are up 4-0.
I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to ask you, are the Leafs back? Do we believe? Is it time to believe?
No. You will not get me believing at any point this year.
Any point.
If they somehow win the cup or make a deep playoff run, that's fine. I refuse to buy into this team.
What if the conference finals, they make it to the conference finals, you're not believing?
I will cheer for them. I will root for them. I refuse to convince myself that any year is going to be the year. This is where I'm at life. I will root for them. They're my team.
I
will
agree,
support
and
them.
I feel the same way.
Games, but
I haven't been to a Leafs game because I can't do it because I'm not spending my money to watch this team.
Yep.
But I've said this about the Leafs for how many years in a row, and they find a way every time to make me believe. Last year was up 2-0 against the Panthers, up 3-1 in game 3.
Yeah.
I finally believed, and then it was all downhill. So they'll find a way.
I like this comment from Ricky Pucks. Bears getting their late first half motivational booze out of their system. Watch out fourth quarter where Caleb makes it a 14-point deficit from a 28-point deficit. I mean, you wouldn't want that, Iain. You don't want
that. No, that'd be a stinger for me. Yeah, I need that 28-point win. Would be huge.
Yeah. No timeouts for the Packers here. I don't know that they will be super aggressive. I'm sure LaFleur is telling Jordan Love on the sideline here, like, you don't make the throw unless you're certain at this point. I wouldn't even be surprised if they ran here.
And if the Packers cover, I'll be profitable for my challenge 6 days in. So how about that, Rob? You shove that prediction up your butt. I'm profitable 6 days in. If the Packers win, only 359 days to go.
Only, yeah.
Come on, man.
I mean, listen, only roughly $36,000 more for you to bet there.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
And if the Packers cover, I'll be up like $60. So,
you know who we have in the game right now? We got a Chris Brooks sighting right now.
Ooh.
I mean, this isn't the drive I wanted Chris Brooks in the game. This is the one I wanted Jacobs in the game for the receptions. This is the perfect drive for the running back.
Well, I don't even think that was a reception. I think that was.
What are they going to mark that?
I think that was lateral, no?
Official NFL scoring is given it as a reception. Oh, deep shot.
No.
Incomplete. Yeah. Watson had a little step, man. Watson had a little step. He had it. It did look like a more backwards pass, no?
Watching the live looked like backwards pass, but
this is the kind of game where I'd love to be a coach in the locker room on the trailing team. Like, I'd like to get in there and fucking throw a garbage can across the room, kick some shit, spit at someone's feet. I don't know if I would do that.
You're acting like we're playing some throwaway game up in Dorchester.
I would hope it's not a playoff game, obviously. I'd rather this be like a regular season game where, we don't show up to play. I get in there at the half and just absolutely obliterate everything in the locker room.
It was a Miracle reference, by the way.
Yeah, I got it.
Just for the people in the chat.
Not much of a miracle, in my opinion, but...
What do you mean?
I think it's very overrated as a miracle type of situation.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
College-age kids beating the Soviet Union?
It's a little bit overplayed.
Okay.
It's a little bit overplayed. Team wasn't that bad.
Oh, actually, that ties back to Andy in the first quarter, who I knew at one point, but I completely forgot that Al Michaels called that game in 1980.
He did.
Crazy.
He did.
Still doing it.
I'm just gonna say. Listen, we all bet on sports, right? Let's leverage AI right now.
What do you think? Team USA was odds in that game?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. If you actually convert it, well, it's a hockey game. Anything could happen. So yeah, maybe Miracles. I'd say 6-1.
They were trading at 15 to 1.
Oh, okay. Well,
Plus
that's probably
1,500.
off. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not impressive. That's not what I'm saying.
It's no Leicester City.
I feel like miracle for 15 to 1,
Sure.
Convert 50. First of all, there's VIG on the game. So it was probably even less than like a true odds of 15 to 1. But plus 1,500 is 6.3%.
Yeah, we see 15 to 1's cash all the time.
Come on. 6%?
Yeah, JJ Spawn won the US Open at 130 to 1 this year. Is that a miracle?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I will say that movie has the best Christmas scene in a non-Christmas movie.
Okay. I'm trying to think of another movie that has a Christmas scene in a non-Christmas movie.
Field goal good. 24-3. All right. Alternate spread's looking good.
Unfortunately, what you're missing, Ian, we got a timeout from the Bears before that kick. It's going to have to kick it again. It's going to have to kick it again. I feel like we are starting to get into game state now, though, where it is a little bit scary to have the over going. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. You don't want to be too big of a blowout for an over.
Yeah.
Yeah, UCLA beating Penn State this year is probably a bigger upset than Team USA.
Big time. Miracle on turf.
Yeah.
Grass, probably. I've actually...
you shaking your head makes me...
Yeah, he missed it. Went wide left. It looked like it was going to be good. Jesus. It just kept hooking. This is like my drives that end up in the woods. Starts down the middle, a little, and then I'm like, all of a sudden, this thing's fucking gone.
Go the other way.
What's the live total in this game? 47.5 juiced under. That was a big swing, man.
Yeah.
That was a big swing.
That's going to kill my alternate totals.
Well,
Bears money line, 11 to 1.
I mean, some people across the United States would consider it a miracle if the Bears won this game.
Yeah.
Miracle at Soldier Field. You'll be watching that in 25 years. Al Michaels on commentary.
Yeah, there we go. The two miracles. He started and ended his career with a couple of miracles.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to let you go in.
Miracle of Midway.
Yep. Hopefully you lose less than $1,095 this year, man.
I'm going to put that on my phone right here, and I'm going to.
You should, if I'm going to give you one piece of advice on this challenge,
yep,
you should try to win.
I mean, I'm trying to not lose.
You've already resigned yourself to lose. You told me that right off. You're like, I know I'm going to lose. So that's a loser mentality.
Right, but I think trying to win is aggressive. I think trying to not lose is better.
No, you play to win the game.
I'm putting a reminder on my phone. Rob thinks I'll be down. What'd you say? 1,000?
1,095.
1,095.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm putting this reminder in for January 2027.
Yeah.
4th, because that's the last day of the challenge.
Did you give yourself specific rules? Do you have to bet at a certain sports book? Or are you allowed to?
I'm allowed to line shop.
You're allowed
unless the sports book wants to sponsor the segment, and then I'll only bet at that sports book. But as of right now, I'm allowed to line shop.
Because that would change things significantly. Line shopping helps you. I might have aimed too low.
Now I will say, and this is gonna work against me. Here in Ontario, we do have a lot of books. I'm not signing up an account at all 30 books that are available.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have like 10 accounts.
Yeah. I wouldn't suggest signing up to 30 sportsbook accounts at once anyway. Especially in Ontario, a lot of the books share similar. They're like 5 books that use the same line set. Right. You don't need to have money in every single one of them.
Okay. January 4th, 2027. I have a reminder set on my phone. We'll see if I beat 1,095. Like I said, my prediction is 850. I'll be down.
Okay.
All right.
Well, hopefully you don't finish down that much, man.
Hopefully. Or I finish just down that. I mean, I could finish down $3,000. That'd be a real disaster.
You could finish up, man. We're talking about this the wrong way. You finish up.
A year?
1 year. You can finish up in a year.
And I'm also betting these day of, so
Yes.
it's going to hurt me, especially football season.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll do my best.
All right. Have a good one, Iain.
Thanks for having me on, Rob. Take care.
No problem. Iain
Go
MacMillan,
Pack,
everyone. Go Pack, go, as he says. Okay, we're going to find some bets here for the second half. Felt like we were in really good there on that total. I'm a little cheesed right now. Not going to lie to you. I also don't know when cheesed became a part of my vocabulary. This is something recent. I don't know where I heard it. It's not something that I ever say. I'm not going with, I don't know, on cheesed. I'm definitely not betting Jacobs over at 91.5. I don't like that. The Packers are potentially one touchdown away from not saying like pull starters type of situation, but definitely working in more running backs into the equation. I mean, we did see Chris Brooks get some time at the end of the half there. I don't love that. Touchdown score props. Do we have a Chris Brooks in the touchdown score props? 19-1 on Chris Brooks. I feel like it's calling my name. Let me check a quick game log of Chris Brooks. Because maybe I'm just making this up in my head. But I feel pretty strongly that when does he get carries? Got 8 for 21 against Minnesota. And at the end of November, they won that game 23-6. Wasn't necessarily a blowout. I'm going to go back to last year really quickly, check one more time. That's the last game of the season. He got 8 carries. Against New Orleans, they won 34-0, week 16. He got 6 for 23 and scored a touchdown in that game. It was a 34-0 blowout. Not a playoff game. That's what makes it challenging. I don't know. Packers second half team total under 10.5 minus 110. I understand what we're trying to get to. I understand the rationale. I also don't like it. These bets are all going to win. I mean, there's a history of me telling people I don't like bets at the half of this game. Okay, now we're talking here. Swift receiving yards over 7.5. This is what I'm looking at. I don't think he has any targets, but Green Bay is very notorious for playing soft and leaving the underneath stuff. I am going to hit that one. I like that. I'm playing DeAndre Swift over 7.5 minus 125. Adding that to the list. If Caleb can give him some checkdowns and increase his passing yardage as well, that would be great. Swift over 7.5 minus 125. I like that. Punt parlays. This is definitely not the game. Like, I don't know what the scenario is where the Bears are punting. It's got to be like 4th and 20 at this point. Pretty much going for it. I still feel like the over's good here. Unless the Bears offense is that inept right now. You know? See this as well. The 5.5 on Swift, and I am playing more of this. I'm also playing more of that. Bears are not punting. What's the Bears' next drive result? Chicago Bears. We got to wait for next drive result to get posted. Because, I mean, well, let's see what happens when it gets posted up. Oh, yeah. Turnover TD. I think every combination of that parlay has been listed at some point. Drunken Goon says Caleb over 1.5, INTs plus 140. So he's already thrown the one. You'd imagine we're looking at a minimum of 20 passing attempts in this. Well, I don't want to say a minimum of anything. Maybe their offense stalls out completely. You never know. I don't hate that one either. I can't play anything with the Bears and a punt on this next drive. I mean, again, I don't know what it would take for them to have to punt. But like, there's going to be situations in the second half where they're on their own side of the field on 4th and 10, and they're going to go. Sanjeezy calling his shot. Bears plus 1,400. Okay, I think Swift was a good ad at the half. I'm content with that. I like that look. Trailing game state, they give you the stuff underneath. I don't mind that whatsoever. I'm worried about Love under rushing because here's the problem. Obviously, it doesn't make a lot of sense for him to run the ball in this type of game. But the Packers are very likely going to run pretty heavily on 1st and 2nd down. They're going to find themselves in a decent amount of 3rd and long, I would think, in this second half. 3rd and long is very much a candidate for the quarterback to run, to extend a drive. So I don't love the Jordan Love, for lack of a better term. I don't love that play. Okay, second half drive SGP stuff is up. That's what I've heard. Green Bay drive result is up. I'm waiting for the Chicago one. Yeah, nothing stands out to me there, unfortunately. Nothing stands out to me there. I am worried about the Odunze stuff now, the pregame Odunze stuff, because he only got the one target early on in the game, but I probably do see some more 3 wide receiver stuff. Update on Andrew Billings. He's questionable to return. So not new information there, but holy shit, that defensive front 7 is in rough shape right now. And not that I think the Bears are going to come back and win this game because it's extremely unlikely. But they would be going into next week's game potentially with some real problems on the defensive side of the ball. What else could we look for here? There's not been a ton of... Rome's on the field, Alan. I was looking at that right now, too. He's on the field. That's going to be a sweat. That's going to be a sweat for sure. Jamil says SGP over 27.5. Swift 3+ receptions, pace 10-1. Checking the Discord really quick. Wow, there's a lot of messages. Am I the dummy that thinks Bears second half is okay? I might be. I mean, I know they got trounced in the first half. 7.2 yards per play, Green Bay. Chicago 3.8. Just check the success rate stuff here as well. See if there's anything that maybe I didn't notice from watching the game. Seems like a lot of people like 2+ receptions for DeAndre Swift on the next drive. I mean, what is it? DeAndre Swift 2+ on this drive is 22-1. Sure. I'll bet that. Very small. I mean, this is an embarrassing bet size for me, but I'm going to put that in. DeAndre Swift 2+ on Chicago Bears drive 5, player to catch a pass, 22-1. That one's gone in there as well. Really, I'm just cheering for points in any way imaginable at this point. Any way imaginable. Second half, fourth quarter, Judah Fortgang is joining. For sure, you've seen him on the channel before at some point or another. If it's a complete blowout, I'll get his thoughts on the games tomorrow. Hopefully it's not. I really just want this game to be better. I really want this game to be better. Okay. Best way to use 50% FanDuel live boost. I mean, typically on underdogs, but of that nature, you could pretty much use it on a lot of things and turn it into a plus EV play. You know, if it were me, I'd be looking for stuff where FanDuel already has the best price in market. Boost that up even further. I think you'd be fairly confident that that would be good. That would be good. All right. Let's see what the Packers do out of the half here. Oh. Did not think they would come out and throw on the first play. It's the first time I can think of that the Bears were got any sort of heat on the quarterback. Would have been a soft roughing the passer penalty. I don't know that was, forcible contact to the head. Could have easily been called. There's very few penalties in this game. Like one penalty in this game. Packers, one penalty for 10 yards. Kind of felt that way. There's not really been flags. What was the penalty? Was it an offensive hold? I'm trying to even remember what it was. But yeah, this is where you don't want to be if you're the Packers. Just don't want to give this team any sort of life. 3rd and 12 out of the half, pretty critical stuff. I feel like for the over, we're better off not having the Packers convert here. I would run kind of a safe pass if I was Green Bay. Oh, that was Jacobs. Threw it behind him. Well, that's quick. Not even a minute gone. Not even a minute gone. Who bet 14-1? Bears? I think a lot of you guys did. Plus 750 after one drive. Not bad. Not bad. Let's get a return. Let's get something. Yeah, okay. Some yards. Okay. All right. Bears got to do something. Bears got to do something on this drive. This is big. I feel this is very... I know I've done so many of these watch-alongs from my home studio before, or my home office. This feels very foreign to me, though, now that I usually watch with Jason in studio. So I'm going to tell you, this might be... I might be in the minority with this thinking here. Maybe I'm not. I know that the Bears pride themselves on running the ball. In my opinion, there's not a lot of time here where you can really lean into the run. Like, it's one thing if it's working and you're picking up chunks, but Green Bay's done a pretty good job of slowing down the run tonight. You got to get more aggressive in the passing game. Did Loveland drop that, man? Like, that's another thing. These drops are killing these guys. I don't know, man. It's super tight. I think he had that for long enough. It's the timeout is so valuable in the second half here. All right. He got it back anyways. All right, let's just keep going. Keep airing it out, Caleb. We got lots of yardage that we still need from you here. I mean, his live total is 244.5. We are looking good. We're looking good on a lot of the live stuff, I would say, so far. Swift 2+ is going to be very hard from this side of the field now, though. Almost like we needed to get one earlier. Remember at the beginning of the year, Tyler Warren was outplaying Colston Loveland by so much. And Loveland just had such a huge second half. Man, I like the skill position players for the Bears. I do. They don't have like a bona fide stud number one receiver. I think they're hoping Odunze becomes that eventually. But Odunze, DJ Moore, Luther Burden, solid. Loveland, Swift, and Monungai. +2 Loveland, I guess, was the look. I think someone might have mentioned that. I mean, there's so many things that come in through the chat here that it's nearly impossible to say. See, like back to the running game. I'm the guy that goes like very unbalanced when I play Madden. I throw it a ton or I run it a ton. There's not really a lot of in between. But it's been Monungai on the field for this whole drive. This is very important to get in the end zone here. This is we're on the knife's edge with this total. Every single time the Bears move downfield, there's going to be no in between. Like they got to score or it's going to be a turnover deep. Like, what is this play, man? I just fucking hate these plays. DJ Moore lining up in the backfield. Let's run the ball. Like it's. See, like if they don't complete here, are they going is my question. And they didn't complete. Did he catch that? No, hit the ground. So they're going to have 4th and 13 now. And Caleb Williams is hurt. I mean, I want them to take the points here. Did he get stepped on? Yeah. Or took a bad step? Like an ankle injury. Oh, I've done that before. Tyson Badgett, by the way, if you don't know, is the backup for the Bears. Okay, we're up to 27. Live total at 46.5. It's still going to be a sweat. Field goal was plus 800. I see that right now. It's pretty much the exact scenario that they needed for a field goal. Was red zone or other side of the field, 4th and long. I remember Tyson. First of all, GRP does love Tyson Bagent or Bagent. I actually don't know the correct pronunciation because when I think he came into the league, let's figure out what the preferred pronunciation is. Bagent. Tyson Bagent is the preferred pronunciation. He had a few games where he was a little bit frisky, you know. Then as things got on, not the best. Not the best. I feel like we should be. Now, you know what? 4.4 yards per play for the Bears. They've really underperformed what I thought they were going to do offensively in this game. Packers are doing everything I thought they would do. Caleb Williams has a -9 CPOE right now. I actually didn't realize how bad the Bears offense has been today. I had no clue that it was this level bad. 26% success rate on 38 plays. They've ran 15 running plays for a 13% success rate. The Packers have locked down the run. Completely locked down the run in this game. Early down runs, 1 successful early down run on 13. The Bears are never going to win like that. Never going to win. Nikki Noodle says, hey, Rob, any chance of another short buffet tomorrow morning? No. I actually did briefly consider it. Once this game is done tonight, you guys don't really know that. You might, actually. Some of you guys might experience this from the live watch-alongs when you're in here. I don't know what your schedule is. A lot of you guys might just go to bed afterwards. Sometimes you're up. For me, I get so amped when I'm doing the live watch-alongs. It's just different being on air and watching a game. It's really hard for me to sleep after the game. So I'm almost always up for a few hours. That'll be it for me tonight. I'll be up for a couple hours. I unfortunately didn't bring any booze into the office with me tonight, which was the game starting at 8 instead of 8:15 or 8:20 makes such a big difference as well. But have a few cocktails after the game, maybe a little herb, nothing crazy, something to take the edge off. Probably I'll throw on some YouTube. I watched episode 1 of The Pit. I don't know if the second one is out yet or anything like that. I'm going to check that out, see if it's there. Just stay up for a bit. Sleep in the morning, something like 10:30. That's it. Charlie Bones, Nikki Noodles. My wife, she knows the deal during NFL playoffs, especially the Saturday games. I say, go out, do something with your friends. They went to see some play in downtown Toronto. They had dinner and whatever, have a good time. I got no one to text. I never train my dog. Also, I don't keep booze in my main house. I keep it in the guest house because it's where I go watch all the sports all the time. So I don't even have the option of going downstairs quickly. Yeah, I think with the Pit, I'm going to have to wait for them all to get released at once. That's what I think I'm going to have to do. This is a bad spot on the field for Green Bay not to get a first down here. So I need them to work it into Chicago territory. I don't want to punt from here. Oh, throw it, love. Find someone. What is that? What is that? Black Rabbit was a good watch. I did watch it. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Paradise. I did watch Paradise. I thought it was good. My criticism of Paradise is that there was a lot in the middle of that season that I thought wasn't good. No, like knowing what happens at the end of the season, I don't know that I needed to be, I don't know, what was it, 8 episodes, Paradise? Probably could have been 4. That was my only bad take on that. Breaking Bad, I've watched multiple times over. Love Breaking Bad. Do not love live total of 45.5 now. We're trending down. We're trending down. Have I ever watched Dark? Is that the one that's with the translation? Yeah, I did watch Dark. I didn't know that there was, I haven't watched the 3rd season of Dark, so I probably would have to catch up on that. I like Dark, but don't get me wrong. It's probably fantastic. I'm inebriated a lot when I watch TV. You know, it's I don't want to have to fucking like chart out who's who in different timelines and stuff like that. I'm sure it's great. At some point, I'll probably go through it again and like really, really watch it and focus. But it's not where I'm at right now. It's not where I'm at. I haven't watched Pluribus yet on Apple. I'm going to watch that. I'm a big Vincent Gilligan guy. You're not going to get me with too many shows I haven't seen. Fargo depends on the season. Definitely Billy Bob season 1 was really good. Hit or miss, I would say. Andor, solid. Season 2, really good. Big fan. What We Do in the Shadows, not my show. I did watch it. It was one that was on the wife's list. And yeah, just not my thing. Not my thing. Silo is really good. It's just a very there's other shows that are similar that are like the same type of. I like Silo though. It was good. I'm just really trying to talk about TV now to try not to continuously just look at the pricing updating on this total, which goes down and down and down. Man, Night Manager, I didn't know there was a new season out. I think I watched Night Manager like 10 years ago. Really good show. If it's the one that I'm thinking of. Yeah. Oh, Night Manager. That'll go on the list. That one slapped. Red Shoe Diaries. I do know what Red Shoe Diaries is. Red Shoe Diaries was the softcore porn of my youth. Latin Lover, another classic. Matthew Bell, you must be the same age as me. You must be the same age. Little David Duchovny in Red Shoe Diaries. I think that was before the X-Files. Nowadays, if people want to watch softcore porn, they just watch whatever that new hockey show is that all the chicks are into. It's basically gay pornography, essentially. You guys know what I'm talking about. I watch about 3 minutes of that, and I'm like, I don't think heated rivalry. I'm sure the acting is great. I'm not homophobic or anything. What everyone wants to do in their spare time, I don't give a shit about. But not my kind of show. I'm not into romances, even if they're well acted. I'm certainly not going to sit down for an entire series of gay romances. It's not my thing. Again, no prejudice, don't care, just not my style. There's certain things I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch like a 3.5 hour drama either. on anything. But the Chicks are into heated rivalry, man. They really are. I feel like Chicago might work their way back into this game and give some hope before Green Bay just turns out. Like, Green Bay could throw all over this team right now if they want to. Yeah, like, listen, if it was like a lesbian show with Sydney Sweeney about hockey, I'm probably watching. It's a little different. You know, within 5 minutes of the show, you guys are sucking each other off and stuff like that. I don't need to see that. It's not what I signed up for. You know, they marketed it as a hockey show. I don't know. You tell me. What is this flag? This flag looked like it came in late. Oh, someone on Green Bay is down and in pain. Defensive penalty. Unnecessary roughness. Keyshawn Nixon. Oh, that's Edgerrin Cooper. That's down. Man, G-Stack George right now. Yeah, Nixon, you can't jump. He jumped on the pot. I understand. I know people will look at that and be like, it's a weak. I hate certain rules in the NFL. This one I hate. That is called, you don't rarely see it called because nobody does it anymore. It's a very obvious penalty. You just can't jump onto the pile. It's stupid. Really stupid. Poor G-Stack. I don't think a year will go by where George doesn't bet Edgerrin Cooper to win Defensive Player of the Year. G-Stack next year, instead of ripping that bet over at FanDuel, give me a call. Pizza book is open for Edgerrin Cooper, Defensive Player of the Year. Andy, I'm not exaggerating. This is pretty much how it went down. Diana said to me, she's like, you heard of this show? Heated Rivalry? My friend Joanna and Daniela are talking about it. I heard it's really good. It's about some hockey players. Like, all right, let's give it a show. Give it a shot. Within 5 minutes, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Didn't expect that. But then once I started looking it up, I'm like, I don't want to watch a hockey romance. It's not what I want. This is not what I like. Comedies, action stuff, sci-fi I'm into, thrillers, love thrillers, mystery, stuff like that. There's very few rom-coms I'm going to like. This isn't even a comedy. It's just a romance. Like, I don't want to watch a romance. Like The Notebook. I don't want to watch stuff like that. The closest I came to watching like a romance that I really enjoyed was the one with Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper. Whatever, Silver Linings Playbook or whatever that. I think that's what it was called. Because there's a lot of football in that show. That kept me interested for enough of it. You know? Again, it's not we all have our own preferences. I'm not discriminating. People watch whatever the hell they want. I hope if it becomes the biggest show of the year, I don't give a shit. It's not going to affect my life in any way. All I know, I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch it. Oh, man. Cooper hurt in the tent. We need a quick strike from Chicago here. Let's do a quick strike. I don't know why when I said quick strike, it reminded me of Counter-Strike, which I haven't thought about in like a very long time. Used to love Counter-Strike. What a game that was. You got Swift. Hello. Where's Jamil? That was a Jamil special right there. Not saying it can't lose. 15 yards. We should be safe on 7.5. We should. But you never know. So can't mark it a check yet. I don't ever check it off till the end. Sometimes I do. It's not. That's a lie. Sometimes I've done that before. It's got to be like way ahead though. Where's Cole Kmet? Cole Kmet, he got his one chance over the middle of the field early in the game. Dropped the ball. Thanks for coming out, Cole Kmet. Oh, Caleb Keeper that the Packers were very much ready for. Looks like, yeah. I was going to say, it looked like he hurt his leg there again, but he didn't. He was just dejected. Let's not do that one again. Let's keep throwing the ball, guys. You're down 15 points. You're down a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion. Let's throw the ball. Move it. Time's not your friend at this point. Time's not your friend. No more red zone trips that stall out. Okay, going to have 3rd and 4. I feel like when Ben Johnson was with the Lions and also with the Bears, they've telegraphed a lot of these 3rd downs where the other team knows that they're going to go for it on 4th, so they run the ball. I'd love to see them run a play action here, personally. They ran it as expected, short. They do that a lot. I feel like the total comes down to this play. I really do. I would love for them to run a sneak here. I'm very nervous watching this play. Feels like he was much shorter than a full yard away. Oh my God, man. Well, Cash the Caleb interception's over. I'll tell you that. Like, it's just some pretty shitty variance on these 4th downs, I will say. Caleb trying to draw that roughing call afterwards as well. Caleb trying to draw that roughing call. God, I hate that. I hate that entire sequence, man. Starting with the 3rd and 4 run. I hate everything about that entire sequence. Like, pass the ball 2 times in that situation. You know you're going for it regardless. It's just really not working. Hopefully, we can get off the field really quickly. I don't like the 3rd and 4 run because they do it all the time. It's like it's not creative. It's the same thing every single time for the Bears. Any situation where they've already predetermined they're going to go for it on 4th down, they run the ball on 3rd down. It's one thing if your running game is working, but it's not. They've been unable to run the ball all night. Like, what's their longest rush in this game? Do they have a double-digit rush? We're going into the 4th quarter. I can't remember seeing like a single explosive rush from the Bears tonight. Swift's long is 8. Monungai's is 9. The rushing success rate remains at 21% with a negative 0.33 EPA per play. Absurdly bad. Absurdly bad. Gonna need a turnover here. Gonna need a quick turnover. I do have to remember, it's very important. Stay level-headed. I got very lucky many times in the regular season. Many times. What is the live total? 41.5. What a crock of shit. I don't think this is a good comparison, Andy. I really don't. I think Caleb has way more tools than Tua does. Tua never had an arm. What is this play? A lie? Holy shit. Oh, back, get that ball. No, pick it up. Oh my God. Are you joking me? Are you joking me? Are you joking? What an incredibly stupid play to run in the first place. O-lineman's just trucking everyone. Just pick up the ball. That's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, that is painful, man. And that is truly painful. This is just going to be a clock-eating drive. You can feel it. Yeah, there's the first down for Jacobs, man. Oh, that was such a swing. They're showing the replay of the fourth down here. Yeah, Moore fell down. There was really no option for Caleb on that fourth down. Like, he has to throw it up at that point, but there's not a single option he possibly has on that play. No, it's golden, I think. All right, we get a clock stop, a 2nd and 10. How do we feel about 21-21 and overtime? How do we feel about that? I'm trying to think about all the possible ways that I could scam a win in this game. I mean, this one's got to be grounding. Who's he throwing to? There's got to be. Okay, throw the flag. There we go. Okay. Like, they could have called it on the last play, too. Obviously, Matthew Golden fell down, but there was no receiver in the area on the last play. I don't know that the quarterback was under duress. Maybe not. But this one is very clearly, I know he's got 0 running over the middle of the field, but he throws to nothing. Throws nowhere. If they complete a 3rd and 20 for a first down, or the Bears take an illegal contact penalty or something like that, this stream is ending early. I don't know that I can make it through. Turnover would be fantastic. Anything that sets up the Bears with good field position. Was that Brooks again? Yeah. Okay. I can't believe Dexter didn't fall on that ball, man. Like, what is happening? I guess what is happening is a season's worth of Bears luck is catching up to them in one game. That's what's happening. They're still not dead. Plus 750 money line. They're still not dead. Come on, Duvernay. Go. Go. Okay. No flags. No flags. Live total up to 42.5. Juice to the over. We're back, baby. We're back in business. The Bears, they have the alligator blood in them. They don't die, man. Can't kill a bear. You ever seen a bear dead before? Can't kill it. You can injure it. You can injure it. You know, when it comes to the campsite, you leave all the garbage out, you're fucked when it gets angry. These bears are angry now. This is the type of game, too. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Way ahead of myself. This is a type of game, too, though, that if the Packers were to blow it, this is the situation where LaFleur could get fired. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm not saying they should. Hey, the fuck is that? Durham Smythe? Cole Kmet die? Starting to lose my voice. No good. Get a playoff before the end of the third. Yes, like that. Oh, Caleb. End of the third. 27 points. Okay. We don't need a miracle. We need some good things to happen, though, in this fourth quarter. We need some good things to happen. What's Caleb at passing yards? Do we have a shot at hitting that? Oh, yeah, we're looking good on that. Live over is looking okay there. The live stuff is looking good. I prefer if we catch the over in the game, though. All right, it's fourth quarter. Enough of me talking to myself. You know him from the channel pretty regularly. At Throw the Damn Ball on Twitter. Judah Fortgang. How are things?
How are we doing? That was a disastrous, sequence. Gotta jump on that ball. But Bears are hanging around.
They are hanging around. It's somehow like as bad as they've played. It feels like they're very live at this point.
Yes. I can tell you Packers fans are shitting themselves right now.
Oh yeah. I've already my brother's a Packers fan, and I know he's very uneasy at this.
My wife's a Packers fan, and it's tough.
You don't want to be in that household if they blow it.
No,
no. That's
absolutely
that's a tough one. Yeah, it's a good thing my wife doesn't cheer for any team.
These Packers fans are crazy.
They're nuts. They literally wear cheese. They wear cheese heads, man. They're sick people.
We should have known. We should have known when they were wearing
known all along. I mean, if you're willing to put a piece of cheese on your head, even fake cheese, I think mental issues they could exist. They could.
It's true. But Caleb Williams also just been a disaster today.
He's been shit. He's been shit. The whole team, it's really upsetting me. There's lots to talk about from this game. First and foremost, before we get into the fourth quarter here, do you have like a rooting interest side or total just so I know going in?
I've got some Bears plus 10.5 that I put on a couple drives ago. So
okay, so you're rooting for Bears in game. Okay, I could get behind that because I need the Bears to score. There's gonna be a lot of talk about the fourth down decisions from Ben Johnson in this game. I thought he got like really aggressive with one of them in the first half. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, that was way too aggressive. Way too aggressive. Yeah. I thought the 4th and 4 from their own territory. The rest, I think, have been fine. And then at a certain point, you have to kind of go with it. That's the plan. But yeah, that was pretty brutal.
Mm-hmm. I also don't love these third down runs all the time to set up fourth down. Like, is it not becoming so obvious that they're doing that all the time now? Like they just did again right now. They got the first down. Okay, they got the first down. But they do it all the time. Whenever they've resigned themselves to going for it on fourth, like run a play action here or there. Something different. Get a look.
This is Ben Johnson we're talking about. We should get some creativity here.
I agree. I love this guy, but like enough of the handoff to DJ Moore in the backfield. Like at some point, just run like a streamlined offense is all I'm asking for.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking for. Oh, man. I would love a touchdown here. Oh. Durham Smythe, if he's got like live odds right now, we might have to hit some Durham Smythe touchdown stuff because he's getting looks, man.
Oh yeah.
Man, McDuffie was beat on that play too.
Yeah. Got very lucky. Would have been DPI. Better throw.
Yeah. A little bit of an underthrow where you had to work back on the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, like where are we relative to one another on the stream?
I think we're pretty good.
Okay. Because this is I think this should have been a touchdown, honestly. Oh, that's very bad.
Brutal.
Do you know all the progress Caleb Williams made in the latter half of the season? It's been a bad game. Bad game.
Disaster.
Oddly enough, the offensive lineman here has no choice but to pick up this ball. But I think if he leaves it, Caleb actually had a chance to pick it up and potentially throw it downfield. All right. We got our field goal. We're at 30. Gives me some push probabilities on 44. And we have in-game over 43.5. So it gives us some possibilities there.
Well, this is the drive for the Packers here.
Yeah, this is the drive.
Yeah.
Well, now it's still 2-score game, so I wonder if they'll open it up, take a shot, because they started the last drive taking a shot downfield and Golden just got tripped up.
Yeah.
It feels like they can't just resign themselves to sitting on this.
No. But once you cross midfield here, then it's trying to grind it out.
Yeah. 3 hopefully solid games tomorrow. Well, I don't want to say that. I actually hope the Eagles blow out the 49ers because I bet on the Eagles. So I know I'm a Cowboys fan. It pains me, really does, but I would rather not sweat.
Yes.
Tomorrow you got anything going on in either of those 3 games?
I'm all over the Jags.
The Jags, okay.
Yeah. Got everything you can think of. Futures, money line. I mean, I'm not buying Josh Allen healthy.
That I'm not buying that either. I'm not. It's being kind of priced like he is, and there's a non-0% chance that he's just not.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, like even if he is healthy, I still think I think the market's got it pretty much right there. I'd still maybe lean Jags a bit. But yeah, I think there's like a fat probability that Josh Allen's not even close to full health.
I feel like at current market, Judah, like a lot of the rationale I hear for the Bills is more so just baked off of stuff that hasn't happened this year. You know what I'm getting at? I don't know. There's another person I really respect in our Discord, Paper Lanterns, and he's been high on the Bills for a while. Whatever our models are doing, they're not in tandem because I just think the Bills have been really, really overrated for a while.
Yeah, I mean it's also like there's only so much you can do, and Tyrell Shavers is getting some real run. And like, I mean, Keon Coleman was scratched for half the year, and he's a primary weapon now.
I know there's like stories today that they're like, he's going to be heavily involved in the offense tomorrow. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it's not
ideal.
Not ideal in my opinion. Man.
They just kicked that out of bounds.
No, it was just short of the landing area.
I looked down, saw the flag. Brutal.
I was gonna say like I might use my one time on a fumble on this kickoff return. He fucking kicked it short of the landing area. Panthers kicker did that today too.
Yeah.
Although you can't, like, all year, Panthers special teams been solid. They actually blocked a punt today too. That was a very hidden edge that the Panthers had in that game.
Yeah. Yeah. The special teams was not great otherwise. Yeah. I mean, that fumble kind of fucked them. I mean, that last drive is just the last Panthers drive there has tilted me as a football fan, as fighting for our guy.
Yeah, but just like you're talking about when they got the ball back,
when they gave the ball back to the Rams after the Coker touchdown.
Yeah,
and like it's just like praying the clock runs out.
Yeah,
come on.
Crazy thing about that Trevor Etienne muff punt was that it almost happened again. I don't know what was happening with him, but
didn't have it. All right.
What's this flag? Holding? Legal formation?
Formation.
They should decline that.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in the same boat. I'll be very, very honest. I was very torn at the end of that Panthers-Rams game because of obviously our mutual friend E, and I want to see the Panthers do well. But I thought to myself, I don't know that I want to watch the Panthers again.
I was going to say.
I'm like, I just feel like it's going to be Rams Eagles would be a lot better matchup. Packers Seahawks, Rams Eagles. I'd be good with that.
Yeah. No,
all right. Incomplete, stops the clock. I really do think that if Parsons stayed healthy, the Packers would be a force in the playoffs here. It's not to say that they can't, but that could have been really big for them.
It takes the defense from an area of like mediocrity, like actual strength, to just mediocrity, and you're kind
of exactly. It's just so hard to lose a player of that caliber and make a deep run. But Packers just seem like they're trying to keep the Bears in the game, man. That's what it seems like is happening right now.
It's crazy.
Okay, going to need 44 more Caleb Williams passing yards in this game. That is our next rooting interest on this drive. What are these refs talking about? What are they gathered around talking about here? Grounding? Yeah. I mean, there was no eligible receiver. It was just the old lineman.
Not cross the line.
Yeah. Although they just ran a play to an offensive lineman 10 minutes ago in real time.
Oh, man.
Which of all times to break out that play was very puzzling, I got to say. Very on your own.
That was predictable and yet still somehow insane.
Yeah. You know what? He did have Jacobs right there. I think that was a shit call. I'll take it, but I think it was a shit call.
Yeah. Yeah, Brooks was there.
They didn't even kill a minute on that drive.
Oh, it was the worst possible outcome.
Yeah.
So turnover.
Oh, baby. Get a return here. Okay. Bengal Man says, Rob actually has the Bears tonight. I do not. I have the over in the game. Judah is on Bears 10.5 live here as well. So that's where we're at. Judah, I did what many people consider a really stupid thing. I bet the Steelers on Monday.
What'd you get it at?
I got 3. I did not get the 3.5, but I did get a significantly better 3 than the price right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I got no take on that game.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely am not gonna go crazy for the Texans. That's for sure. And I don't know, man. If that pass rush gets home, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. I could see a very similar, the way that Green Bay is playing with this lead right now, it's pretty much exactly as Houston would play with the lead. And I feel like Pittsburgh's always going to be live, as Caleb has 300 days right now in the pocket. I'm going to call an exact final score in this game right now. Purely because we'll all forget about it if it doesn't hit, and we can brag about it forever if it does. It's 21-9 right now, Packers. The final score I'm calling is Green Bay 24, Chicago 22. That's how I see it playing out. 24-22 Packers.
When's the field goal coming?
I don't know if it's for the win or if they just get it next time downfield and then the Bears don't convert the 2-pointer at the end of the game. I don't know how it's going to play out, but that's the way it's trending. That's the way it's trending. I have Rome Odunze under 2.5 receptions. Does not have one yet, but I'm going to it's going to be a sweat the rest of the way. Significant sweat.
Just going to Loveland every time.
Anytime they throw to a big white guy, I'm happy right now.
They got 3 of them, and Al Michaels doesn't know the difference between them.
No, he has no clue. No clue. There's a big white guy. I mean, Loveland is fantastic. He's amazing. Really, 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 really good.
Really like cashing on. Yeah.
Oh man. Let's get in the end zone quickly. Come on, let's do that. Oh. I don't know how many targets Colston Loveland has today, but if I had to guess right now, I would guess 13.
Yeah, it's like I think
it feels like Caleb has 33 pass attempts. At least 1/3 have been to Loveland, bare minimum.
Yeah.
Let me check NFL Jesus. He has 12 targets tonight. My God. Oh, man. Let's get in the end zone. Before the 10-minute mark, let's get in the end zone. Oh, I don't like... Oh, wow. I didn't like that. That's going to be considered a run, not a pass. I know some people played DeAndre Swift 2+ receptions at the half. That's a very unfortunate ruling there. Chicago run here on 3rd and 3. Set up that fourth and 1.
I saw a play. I can't comment.
Okay. They run to set up a touch. Okay, I'll take the tutter. I'll take the tutter.
Beauty.
DeAndre Swift, touchdown, gets home. We're well on track to the 24-22 Packers win. Oh, I've been given extra life now. Live total in the game is 45.5. There we go.
Can't believe we're right back here.
Yeah. I'm looking at that Swift play from previously. The NFL's ruling is DeAndre Swift left end to Green Bay 5 for 7 yards, counted as a rush on the NFL's. So I hope they reverse that for you guys, but right now that's official NFL scoring is a rush. Official NFL scoring is a rush. You have any strong take on like the coaching candidates that are available for this year? I mean, like I saw that graphic today of the 7 candidates for the Titans job, and I'm like, what is happening here?
You just gotta laugh.
I just don't understand at this point, why someone would want to interview Raheem Morris for the head coaching position, right?
Yeah, I mean, they also they got to check interview boxes.
That's true as well. I did not consider that, but you're right. Matt Nagy, I don't know.
Like all the retread coaches, what are we doing?
Feels like there's got to be someone out there.
To me, it's very similar to like how you think about the draft and just quarterbacks. Like there's got to be some like young offensive mind that is just like, I don't know, part of the Green Bay coaching staff, part of the Rams coaching staff. I don't even know if it's connected to a tree. Like, what you're getting with Matt Nagy. Like,
exactly.
Especially the defense guy. Like, what are you doing? Like, there's no.
Yeah.
Why is Robert Saleh getting coaching interviews?
So here, the Robert Saleh one is interesting for me because I know a lot of Jets fans personally. I think of any team in the league, I know more Jets fans than anyone else. And they all feel they're all like, Rob, like Saleh actually wasn't that bad. He should get another shot with the team. And I don't know. That's not the way I remember Robert Saleh with the Jets.
Consider where Jets fans are now. Obviously, going to look better on Saleh.
True.
Gets fired, and it's been even more of a shit show than possible. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm a New Yorker. Like, the Jets fans do love Saleh, but like, come on.
Yeah,
you're not. Got to look at what you're competing against.
Yep.
Think about like what the Bears are doing right now with Ben Johnson. Like, you need to be trying to get the next Ben Johnson. You need to get the next LaFleur. You need to get the next McVay.
Yeah. Well, somebody might be able to get LaFleur. That's a possibility.
That's also true.
I'm with you. I'm not. I used to be more. I don't like buying into like strict rules in betting. So I don't want to do that in the NFL. I've long believed that I would rather go for an OC than a DC if I'm hiring for a head coach because they tend to understand the modern game, I guess, a little bit more, I would say. With that said, there's examples of DC, like Mike McDonald be a good example of oh my God.
I was waiting for you for that.
They didn't get it. There's no way they got it, right? The Packers.
I don't think anyone. Yeah, it's Packers. Holy.
Was it Santos that punched that out?
No.
It couldn't have been.
No. It was Hicks.
Okay. Yeah, because Santos was on him. Yeah, it was a guy that came in afterwards. Oh, man.
Jacobs was back there.
Jacobs, man, of all. Unbelievable. Kyle says LaFleur isn't a good coach. Stop. I strongly disagree.
Yeah.
I had someone telling me on Twitter the other day that McVay's not a good coach or whatever. I think when you can scheme offense as good as some of these guys can, that already puts you in the upper echelon of coaches. Like McVay is one of the best offensive game planners of all time in the history of the league. I don't know how LaFleur would be right up there as well. Shanahan, like obviously some of sometimes you get some in-game decision stuff that leaves a lot to be desired. You're not going to find a perfect candidate. Crazy J says, what are your thoughts on Stefanski? I've always liked Stefanski.
He's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Like that's the coach, coaches I would definitely retread coaches I'd take here would be McDaniel, Stefanski, probably Harbaugh, but I don't know about
Harbaugh for a certain team, I think.
Yeah.
I talk about like a team that's like lacking a culture or an identity. Harbaugh would be a good guy. With Stefanski, I'm a fan. Never really thought he had the greatest quarterback situations, particularly. Yeah, I mean, who was the other one that you mentioned there? You mentioned Harbaugh. Okay. Here's my thing with McDaniel, Judah. I feel like, again, I'm not around Mike McDaniel. I only know what I see. I'm not in. I love Mike McDaniel as an offensive-minded guy. I don't know that he's ever going to be a great head coach because he's such a fucking weirdo.
It's so weird.
And like, I think part of being a good coach is being like a motivator of men and being able to stand in front of a locker room and they all respect you. And I don't know that McDaniel's ever going to be that guy because he's just so quirky. So I would love, every team I think would love McDaniel as an OC in some capacity. He's going to have a lot of interest there. I would not want my team to hire Mike McDaniel as a head coach. Maybe I'm on a lonely island. He's too weird, man. I don't want to hold it against him, but it's like basic. When you're hiring for a job in the real world, you're constantly looking for good culture fits. It's not just about can you fit the role. It's like, how do you fit in amongst everything else? And I feel like he's always going to have that working against him personally. So,
yeah, no, that's, I mean, I do wonder what the players actually think. I could also see it as like a, annoying, quirky, or a, like when we're winning, it's endearing,
Oh, of course. Another injury for the Bears, of course.
Yeah. Almost the sweet one-handed interception, though.
Yeah. Nashon Wright, looks like. Yeah. If the Bears somehow come back and win this game, I don't know. I mean, what are going to be the options for them? Eagles go to Chicago next week would be one option. And I guess if the Eagles lose to the 49ers, then the Rams would be the other option.
Yeah.
Rams, Bears. I don't know what the total would be in that game, but I mean, if it doesn't start with a 5 and the conditions are okay in Chicago, it's gonna have some points, is what I think.
I do wonder what the line would be there.
I didn't really look at a lot of the look ahead markets there.
Yeah, I know
there was one that I did look at, which I liked, which was Broncos -1.5 against the Texans.
Yeah.
The bye to me is so incredibly important.
It's also the perfect matchup for him.
Yeah. What is this spot?
I'm a solid few seconds ahead. I'm not going to react.
Yeah, well, I mean, it looks like he very clearly got the first down.
Spot.
No,
that's a terrible spot. That should be a first down.
Yeah.
That was an awful spot. Yeah, they gave it to him.
Yeah. Like, this is not even remotely close to where it was put down. Well, it was definitely first down. Golden, come on, Golden. Get in there. Yes. I'm sorry, Judah.
No,
I'm so sorry. That's a big
that's all
touchdown
good.
hit right there. Let's go. Okay. Well, it kills the 24-22 final, so I'm not going to be able to victory lap that. I gave that one on Pizza Buffet this morning, so I wanted it to win because it's been the most absurd year with anytime touchdown stuff that got to keep it going.
Nothing better than Matthew Golden taking it home.
Yeah.
All the guys. Holy.
The tackling on that play, what an abomination that was. I need this field goal to go through. If this goes through, oh my God. This extra point. Why? We played 43.5 in game.
And now we both need the Bears to take us home.
Yeah, I definitely need the Bears. The good news is not that they would, but there are situations where the Bears would kick now.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you kidding me with that PAT? That never even had a hope. That was like one of those. It's just terrible kick.
Yeah.
McManus, man. McManus has fucked me a few times in my life. I can remember some distinct McManus screw jobs.
Yeah. I've Chris Boswell twice has tried to give me a good run for my money. I mean, the Lions game, misses a chip shot, somehow come out ahead, and the same thing last week.
Yeah. The worst part about that McManus kick, it's starting already. Friends asked me at one point today for a pick for this game, and there was a few PPH spots that were at 44. A lot of my friends still bet through PPH, so I was like, take the over in the game at 44. I'm like, it's a good number. So now this kick misses. There's like a dozen messages about the league being fixed. The league is the NFL. They don't want you to win your overs and this and that. You know,
it's the live line 49.5 league. League fixed.
Yeah, I mean, 49.5 live. It feels so dead. It feels, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Magnets. We have a running joke in this about them using a kicking ball now that comes from the sidelines. Yeah. And there being magnets in the ball and magnets in the goalposts. And that's why you're seeing so many balls hit the uprights this year. Hey, people believe this stuff.
I think there are different. There's DraftKings sponsored one, a FanDuel sponsored one.
Yeah,
these are the rumors I've heard.
Of course, who knows what they need. Jamil says, "Is this fixed thing a legit narrative in certain parts of NFL fandom? I can't tell if this is a joke. It's not a legit narrative in like parts of NFL fandom that have real brains. That's what I would say to that. I actually do think that this is intensifying though, because it's like the easiest way to gain traction and get engagement on social now. Like my dad sends me videos of like, hey, what do you think of this? Like my cousins who don't even bet. They're like, you see something like that, it feels like it's coming from an authority, even though it's like some TikTok creator. It's weird. Really weird.
This is the Doomsday Sweat.
It's happening. It's happening. Okay, Bray on Chain. I know you asked me to play a guitar solo every single time that I'm on. For you, at some point, I will get my amp back. These are just for display. I noodle around at my desk. I don't have an amp in this room, so I'm not going to do any. But for you, before the end of the year, I will I'll maybe make it happen. Listen, if the over gets here at the expense of Odunze, then I'll take it.
So you can live with it.
I can live with that. If the over doesn't get here and Odunze gets to 3, then I'm going to be really upset. I mean, that throw made me not happy either. Although, you know what? Clock stops. It was going to be a 3-yard gain.
You want the first down there.
The first down is important.
Yeah.
We know this is going to be a run. Oh, a rare passing play.
I hate this.
This is.
I hate this.
Like, if it feels like the end of this game is going to take forever. Both teams still have 3 timeouts. And I feel like this is your final score at this point. Oh my God.
They just got so lucky.
You know what though? I'll tell you this. If they don't get it now and it's an incomplete,
yeah,
Green Bay's almost already in field goal territory.
Yep.
Because what they're going to be, this was at the 48 where they snapped it, so they're back to the 43 now.
I can't wait for you to squeeze another McManus kick.
McManus.
Oh my God! Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's
yes, it's a good one.
Holy shit. Odunze's going to cook you there. You know, that I go back and forth on Caleb, right? All the time. I think a lot of us do. This is an insane play. Very few, there's less than 5 quarterbacks in the league that I think can actually make that play. Rolling to your weak side.
Yeah, it was.
And then he follows that up with just that. That's like the most frustrating part about watching this guy play. At least we keep the Odunze alive. But like that's insane, man.
It's just a wild throw to make on 4th and 8.
It's nuts.
Crazy. Dude can't throw an accurate pass elsewhere, though.
I know. It's tough. Hell of an arm. But fuck, you got to be able to throw. Like, you got to be able to throw accurate balls. Get at the Green Bay 30 here. Oh, man. He did almost run out of field goal range there, Ryan. That was, I was starting to get a little bit sweaty. Yes. Yes. Okay. Come on. Yeah, Andrew, if you're late joining, the over is needed. Also, what's needed, I didn't ask for it once yet for today's stream, but we've had on all platforms almost 3,000 watch tonight. If you could just hit that like button if you're still in the stream, that'd very much be appreciated. I don't want to have to play the algorithm game, but it's the space I'm involved with. It's the game that I've chosen. Worst case scenario here, Judah, will be that they get to 4th and goal at like the 2.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
4th and goal from the 15 on a sack would be okay.
That's a field goal.
That's a field goal. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's go. All right. We're in. Zacchaeus. I was way off market on Zacchaeus where I didn't like him at all tonight. He was at 13-1 on FanDuel this morning. And then when I went to do picks for the show tonight, he was bet down to 8-1. So,
he's like the 5th receiver at this point.
Yeah, I just didn't think that was a great option, but I am proven wrong. I am definitely proven wrong. Like my fair price on him was absurdly bad. But he's a friend of the show. The Prophet Zacchaeus, as we used to call him.
Zacchaeus.
Big 2-point try. Oh man. Electric game.
What? I was about to say to you, I'm old enough to remember when people were complaining about this league like 2 months ago.
No. I'm such an NFL apologist at this point that, it doesn't really even take much to impress me. But by the way, that fan grading the cheese in the stands, like actually grading some cheese out there, that's next level stuff. That's next level. What a Saturday so far. Both games coming down to the wire. The script writers, they know how to keep us locked in. The NFL script writers. All right, man. This is going to be a really good night.
It's as good as it gets.
This is going to be a really good night. Caleb's at 301 passing yards.
Oh yeah. I mean, this Packers defense is bad.
Yeah, I agree. It is. Man, can the Bears do this? That would be incredible.
Oh boy.
There's a lot of victory lapping happen earlier on in the game. Playoff Jordan Love, I heard about many times.
Yep.
I mean, Jordan Love 16 of 30 for 224. Let me look a little bit deeper. I mean, it's the Bears defense. They've lost many players in game. I mean, his EPA per play is quite strong.
The Packers also just have not been throwing on early downs in the second half.
Yeah.
What's Jacobs got, like 3 yards to carry?
Yep. Hey, if my team needed a head coach right now and I had no interest in the game, I'd be rooting for a Bears comeback. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
Put LaFleur on the market. Matt LaFleur to the Atlanta Falcons. And I love that team. I mean, I don't like the quarterback.
I was going to say, I don't know who's playing quarterback, but.
Well, Penix is going to play quarterback next year, but I don't know that he's salvageable. It's very early in his career, but I don't like the look of him.
I wouldn't be so sold on him playing right off the bat. Mm-hmm. I will say here, LaFleur is the exact coach I want in this situation because he doesn't just crumble into a hole and just run the ball.
Yep. Jaden Reed, 2 yards. Oh, LaFleur with Lamar. That's be interesting as well. LaFleur with Lamar could cook some stuff up. Really, the only, like if I was a coach, I think the only spot where I have zero interest right now would be Miami.
I mean, from a football perspective, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Miami as a city is fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but that's where I'm at. Nahshon Wright returned to the game for the Bears on defense. Oh, Dobbs downfield. Yes, Kyle, I've watched LaFleur this year. He's fucking great coach. Packers fans hate LaFleur. I'll never understand it. Wait till you look at what's available this year and tell me where you're upgrading. I don't know what it is. Every Packers fan I know hates this guy. So much better than they ever give him respect for being.
It's crazy.
That's it.
That was an unbelievable catch.
Really was. 31-30 Bears final today. So I have Eagles futures. The Eagles will be bigger favorites at Chicago than they will be home to the Rams.
Yes.
Right?
For sure. Well, I'm curious to take on the Eagles.
Well, first and foremost, something's still wrong with Lane. I don't think Lane Johnson's going to play tomorrow.
Oh.
And I was kind of hoping he would really be back. Aside from that, though, it feels like they're getting right at the right time. It's not really narrative. They used last week to rest everyone that had a pre-existing injury. The offense is still very average, but against a bad defense, they can work over a bad defense. I like their defense quite a bit.
Yeah,
they feel very live to me.
Ooh. I mean, the last half of football they played, they didn't complete a pass, but they're gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, everyone that played golden overs.
That was a sneaky. I think that the clock should be running here on that golden.
Yeah, his forward progress looked like it got established inbounds there, and he got pushed backwards out of bounds. Yep.
It's a big miss.
Oh, man. I love this league so much, man.
Unbelievable.
There's just nothing like it.
There's
really nothing like it. You know.
It's good. I'm also like, I got my 10.5. I like that spot. I just get to enjoy this.
Famous last words, man. Famous last
words.
No,
that's anything can cover.
Oh, wow. I haven't seen a replay. That looked like DPI, no?
That was, I think that should have been.
Like, how was that not called? Oh, you know what? I can't. The first replay is tough to say. I didn't get a good angle.
He doesn't turn around. Doesn't play the ball.
And he in real time, it looked like he made contact.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell from this angle that they gave us on the, like, maybe TV truck. Let's pick an angle where we can see something instead of that one.
Yeah. They call that in the first quarter.
Yeah. They do.
Man, we got a big third down.
Yeah. I mean, listen, just from a pure viewing perspective, now that I have no horse in the race, it'd be nice to see Chicago get the ball back down 30-24 with a chance to go down and win the game instead of this being over.
Yeah.
That's that a delay?
Yeah.
Oh. 3rd and 15 now. Now you got to prioritize like not turning it over with. Ooh, this is tough. What's Bears live money line? 265. Just some quick. 265 is 27.4%. I don't think that's good enough. I don't think that's good enough for me. Oh my God. He had a one-on-one there.
Yeah.
To Dobbs. Like he throws the ball in bounds. I think there's a decent chance that.
Yeah, he can make a play on it.
100%.
Let's see how well I can keep my poker face.
On this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now that McManus is he's done screwing me at this point, I think. Although maybe you missed one, you missed multi. Oh, that missed. It's no good. Oh man. Oh man.
Oh boy.
Oh, imagine being a Bears fan at this game right now. What incredible.
That's whew. Wow.
I love the close-up on LaFleur just saying, my God. Mike. Guys, what do you want Matt LaFleur to do? Like, seriously, I want an exact. What do you do in this situation? Your quarterback takes a delay a game penalty after a timeout. Your kickers cost you 4 points in the game already. You're up a touchdown if your kicker can make kicks. What do you want the guy to do? It's very results-based analysis right now. Shorter passes. They ran a screen pass on first down to a wide receiver. They got 2 yards out of it. Like
you got one-on-one
on the outside
to win the game.
Exactly. Like the Bears are giving them the deep ball. They're sitting underneath. They're giving the safety's playing down. You got one-on-one on the outside. Your quarterback's got to make a throw that your receiver can catch at the end of the day. Somebody did a chart yesterday of ranking like the quarterbacks in the playoffs and the coaches in the playoffs. And my response was Matt LaFleur, too low, Jordan Love, too high. And it's not changing my feeling on Jordan Love. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
After everyone was slurping his nuts in the first half of this game.
This was a brutal timeout. I don't think the Bears are running a play.
Very bad. It was going to go down to 2.
Yeah. Like they were going to take it to 2.
Yeah.
Packers might want that timeout.
This is the biggest mistake of the game. I agree with this, Cody. When they got up 21-3, they were just trying to milk clock there. I thought that they should still be aggressive in that situation.
Yep.
Packers offense has an edge over the Bears defense. So in my opinion, you continue being aggressive in that situation. McManus.
Whew.
Love it. Love it. Love crazy, chaotic endings. Who's catching the game-winning touchdown is the real question.
I don't know if there's going to be one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would. Oh man, just is the Green Bay defense like capable of making a big play right now, a splash play, like ramp up the pressure, send the house. I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, I don't know if the Bears are going to get too aggressive here.
Well, it's also from a Bears side of things. Obviously, you have to score no matter what to prolong the game, but you have to also plan out when you score.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and hitting like a big play now would not be optimal.
Big difference that they're down 3 right now.
Yeah,
and the touchdown gives them touchdown and extra point. Gives them 4.
Yep. Oh man, what an incredible game! I got so many things going on here. One of the thing when I'm streaming in the studio, I'm not in front of my computer the entire time, so I'm not getting constant notifications. It's just like everyone I know is glued to this right now.
Yeah.
All right, tomorrow. We're not live until Sunday night. So tomorrow night, it's G-Stack George hosting a live watch along. He's with Jason, takes by Jay. Game starts at 8 o'clock. So we'll be scheduled for 7:45 as the live stream. Hitman's on in the fourth quarter tomorrow night. We got guests throughout as well. So that's tomorrow night. I'm back on Monday night for Steelers Texans. Buffet was today, everyone. If you haven't watched it yet, probably a lot of the same stuff still applies because we haven't really seen much in terms of market movement on those games. All right. Oh, I thought they were going to make the play there. Yeah, my God, man.
Gotta catch that.
DJ Moore's got to catch that. Takes by Jay, the biggest DJ Moore hater on the planet, is definitely cursing DJ Moore right now. Oh, man, is that their left tackle?
Yeah.
It is.
Yep.
Oh, Benedict's going to come back in now. He played for them earlier on in the year, and he was not playing very well. Oh, if the Bears advance, man, the Eagles' path is looking good. That was
so easy.
That was
so easy.
You know, they actually might want to mix in a running play here.
No, for sure now.
Yeah. Bears up to minus 184 on FanDuel prior to this play.
Yeah.
Oh, little pump and go. He's not so upset about DJ Moore anymore. Oh, yeah. Too much time, though, man. Too much time.
Ton of time.
Too much time. Bears up to minus 480. Okay, Packers plus 330. They got to go down the field, score a touchdown, roughly with, let's say, 135 average time left and 1 timeout against the Bears defense. if there's any chance of getting a Josh Jacobs 20-yard reception on this drive, or just 20 yards in total through the air, that would be a nice SGP hit right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's got 0 catches. We need 20-plus receiving yards on Jacobs. Play DJ Moore alts with alt overs in this game.
All right. I think it's probably going to be Brooks in there, but you never know.
Yeah, you don't know exactly, but LaFleur does tend to lean on Jacobs in big moments.
Yeah.
I mean, the Packers 380s that popped, they got bet very quickly. It's down to plus 240 right now. And 240, I'm definitely not betting, because that's about, you need 30% implied to win there. That feels right to me.
No, I agree. I'm looking elsewhere. No, it's gone. I saw some 380s.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
DD Bead says, you said you don't believe in Love, so stay away. I think Love is very overrated. I do think that the Bears defense sucks and has suffered from a lot of injury attrition in this game, where there's many quarterbacks that I would be willing to back in this type of situation. Odunze unders should get there. I don't see a scenario unless there's a quick strike Green Bay touchdown and this game goes to overtime, so I don't want to mush it. But all in all, looking like pretty good night. So let's just hope.
You do have Jacobs in there also.
Yeah. Right now. Nope, they're playing man. Oh. Okay. So we get it 3 yards at a time. I mean, we just need one more I also played him over 1.5 receptions. So one more would be great. That's a horrible play, though. You'd be better off just fucking chucking that into the...
Yep.
I've never watched a game at Soldier Field.
Same.
Partly because it's always fucking windy in the winter. I don't want to be there in the cold. It's miserable. Got to make some better throws. 4th and 7. This is it. This is it. If they stop them here, there will be an earthquake registered in the greater Chicago area tonight. Oh, he got it there. Golden.
Matthew Golden popping today is...
I got to tell you, it didn't look there was a lot of zip on that pass. It felt like it just was hanging there forever.
He ripped it.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's very good. Felt like it hung up for so long.
It's crazy. So out of bounds.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Josh Wiley's even in the game. There's another touchdown scorer, I bet, that I have barely seen all day today. That one I think I got. I haven't seen the snap counts between Wiley and Musgrave.
Yeah,
but I feel like I have not seen a lot of Wiley today, which it maybe was an indication last week when he played a lot in week 18. But prior to that, they had been splitting a lot. When do they take their shot is my question. Oh, Reed's got to catch that.
Gotta catch that ball.
Reed's got to catch that.
Catch that ball.
Man, that was
it.
That was there, man.
That was there. You're getting out of bounds.
It's open. It's a good throw.
Crazy.
Wow. Guess you could blame Matt LaFleur for that one too. That's going to be my new thing.
Yeah, everything.
Everything. Guess we blame LaFleur for that one. They should use their timeout.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's good they use their timeout.
Yeah.
Woo.
Live market at FanDuel's Bears minus 295, Packers plus 220.
Yeah, I'm not.
No, it's
Not touching the Packers.
They've used a lot of time and their timeout to get to this spot on the field.
Yeah. Everything needs to be out of bounds at this point, or 20 yards.
Or like 20 yards over the middle.
Yeah.
That's probably what I would do here is run some like intermediate crossing routes or in breaking routes, run up, down it.
Spike. Yep.
Yeah.
We nailed that one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't see it yet. Oh, perfect. But that's the play. LaFleur knows ball.
Yeah. I've got a problem though.
Oh, they're going to lose 10 seconds.
You sure are.
Wow. What bad luck.
Yep. LaFleur really should have stopped that injury.
LaFleur should have told the center, Sean Ryan, to get the hell off the field. I mean, these teams got pretty beat up today overall.
I don't think the 10-second run-up's actually going to kill them so much, just because that's probably
they weren't going to run up to it was going to take time to run up to the line there.
Exactly.
I think their backup center is Jacob Monk, and I'm pretty sure he got injured earlier in the game as well. So I'm pretty sure this is third string center for them. Pretty sure.
Yep.
Am I right on that?
Yeah.
Little Lacita Smith.
I'm going to say. I wasn't going to.
23-yard line. Okay, so they don't have to go to the end zone every time. Obviously, the Bears are going to do their best to take away the sideline. Oh my God, he had him too. And
Close. I wonder if he gets in. Oh, I want to see the replay.
Now 13 seconds left. They're in trouble.
Yeah. Well, it took him a while to get the. He would have gotten in. It took him a while to get the snap off there.
Yeah.
Like 5 seconds.
Yep. It's another Matt LaFleur problem.
Yeah.
Definitely not. You definitely can't put that on the QB. I hope Love puts one in the end zone here. I just want to see chaos.
That would be absolute chaos.
I just want chaos one way or another. Strip sack, whatever it's going to be. Like,
yeah.
Hook and ladder to get out of bounds. Set up one play.
And they were playing really off.
Oh, they have a false start. That's bad. Just another Matt LaFleur problem.
It's not great.
No. Hook and ladder, I think might be the play here, Judah.
You think so? I think
and just get the guy out of bounds, and you get it to. I mean, you're at the 28-yard line right now. You need a touchdown.
Yeah, I think you want to try and get to the 15 or something.
That's what I'm saying. But that's kind of what I'm saying. You kind of run.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this. This is another. Oh boy, that's a fumble.
I like how we had the same reactions. That sure it's muted. Yeah, that is a fumble, I think.
Right?
I think ball went out of bounds.
But they're gonna advance the ball to where it wasn't fourth down.
No, it's inside 2 minutes.
Because if they're calling it an incomplete, whatever, but like they would get the yardage from that fumble.
They probably should. But I don't know the inside 2 minutes, to be honest.
Oh, true. Yeah. Inside 2 minutes, you can't advance the ball.
Yeah, you can't advance.
Yeah. It's the same as fourth down.
Uh-oh.
I mean, they're giving them like 5 yards here. Oh.
What the fuck is happening?
Oh my God. Come on. Come on, chaos. That was terrible.
That was awful.
That was such a terrible. What was?
I don't know what Love was doing.
Listen, I get that you're trying to throw a touchdown from 28 yards. It's very, very hard. But like at that point, pick a receiver and throw the ball high in the air, and like put something under it where they can at least try to go up and get it. Yeah. That is terrible. Terrible end to that.
This is what a football game.
What a football game, man. Ben Johnson called out Matt LaFleur when he got hired and got it done. I don't know how they did it. I really don't know.
It's crazy.
But
Packers gave him so many chances.
I mean, there is a scenario next week that I can see, Judah. We won't know till the Eagles play tomorrow. And I don't want to assume an Eagles win, but let's just say the Eagles win. I mean, there might be a scenario where the Bears are getting a stupid amount of points at home against the Eagles.
Yeah.
Where I have to have a deep conversation with myself.
Oh boy. Yeah.
You know?
I did bet Bears money line Black Friday.
Oh yeah, they upset them on the road.
Yeah, I'm very curious where that's at.
Football's nuts, man. Football is nuts.
What a sport!
All right, Judah, man. Thank you for joining. Glad you enjoyed. Glad you won.
Yeah, it's a great time. Thanks,
all right,
sir.
Judah Fortgang at Throw the Damn Ball on Twitter. Give him a follow if you don't already. Quick recap, as we always do. It's pretty good. I mean, like of all the things from today, pizza buffet this morning, Emmanuel Wilson under 1 carry for 3 yards. That's good. Cole Kmet over. I think that lost on the 1.5. He didn't have a catch. Josh Jacobs loses over 1.5 reception. Romo Dunze under 2.5 receptions cashes. Josh Wiley does not score a touchdown, but Matthew Golden does. In game, Caleb over pass yards wins. Swift over receiving yards wins. Live game total over wins. Total over. Solid. Can't complain. Cannot complain. It was a solid day. Appreciate everyone who watched the stream tonight. Almost 4 hours worth of content tonight. Almost 3,000 of you tuned in across all platforms. Goes a long way. Of course, if you can smash that like button, if you're not subbed here on Forward Progress, a reminder, tomorrow, back here, Sunday Night Football, G-Stack George, takes by Jay, man in the ship, tomorrow night with guests throughout. I'll be back on Monday, of course, for Steelers and Texans. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching the Forward Progress Live Watch Along presented by FanDuel. Peace out, everyone. Enjoy some football tomorrow. Hopefully, you get some winners then as well.